See it in my spells and my magic. Holy got the crown of his madness. Big dice.
Hey, yo, chat. What's up? Welcome back. I am Pseudo, and I need to turn Rustage down, but enjoy the rap cipher. It is Monday. It is hot. It is smartly less smoky than it was here in upstate New York. Hopefully the frames will iron out now that I minimized that. Let's make sure it looks good, sounds good, and we can get into it a little bit. Might be a little hot. Might be dropping some frames. Who knows? Do some preview nonsense, but let's get into it. And I want to start off tonight with just a little bit of an intro, actually, about World vs. World build crafting and how I come up with builds, because a lot of people have been getting into Bladesworn predominantly, but also just build crafting with the World vs. World rush that's coming out. So we will see, and hopefully I can give some bad advice that y'all can follow or not follow next week, or I guess this week with Tuesday. It starts tomorrow, so sorry, gotta make sure it looks good, sounds good, and then we can get into it. How you've been tapped out? How's Bladesworn treating you? I love it. I think they nailed the power level, and maybe not obviously. Everybody's asked me about what I think about the class, and I'm coming up with build after build after build, just optimizing on what I like and what I don't, but that's going to be very specific to different people. Lots of people are trying arms. I personally don't like arms because while arms gives you condi damage, it doesn't really give you anything else, and it's better to just get raw might from other sources. But if you can get might from something like Mistburn or Sigil of Strength, I can see you running arms. But let's get into it. Yeah, you can check the description, Kunivs. There's some, like, every stream will have some updated stuff as far as build nonsense. But let me show you guys just briefly how I tend to build craft. Let me get a less talky song to try to explain this. So, for example, right, chat, if you're new to build crafting, this is going to be very brief, but feel free to just follow along with the class here. We have a Condi class, right? And the Condi stuff has not been updated for the builder, so it's not the best to illustrate here. But the way I try to think of this is, what piece can I give up to potentially get the same thing if I like that playstyle in somewhere else? For example, right now I'm running Restorative Strength, and Restorative Strength is very good for Bladesworn because it gives you resistance. Resistance is very good. On heal skill, it has no cooldown, so you can actually run it with combat stimulant and get basically perma resistance uptime. This is the Relic of the First Revenant build that's more dually, that's in the description. So if you take something like, Relic of the First Revenant and Restorative Strength, you have 3 charges of resistance, for example. Very, very good because this reloads this. So you want to preserve that you have resistance on heal skill if you take something like Defiant Stance. Defiant Stance is also very good, and it's very good to have resistance, so you're not just immobilized forever while you're waiting to die. But giving up Restorative Strength isn't the best for that, because Brave Stride is also extremely good. This trait basically gives you Perma Fury, and we could take it on 90% of builds if we could. It also helps with flow generation a lot. Not that that really matters on Bladesworn, because charging the Dragon Trigger is useless. But, for example, if you wanted to take something like Brave Stride, which is something we're going to do tonight, you would run Relic of Resistance instead of Relic of the First Revenant. You give up that tank, but you get to run Defiant Stance, which is extended by Last Stand, which is also one of my builds. And it's very, very good because you still get that resistance on heal skills, so you're not just insta-dying to immobilizes, right, when you pop your heal skill. And you don't have to sacrifice a trait that's one of the best traits in the game for another trait that's one of the best traits in the game. Stuff like that. We might do Mechanist. We might do Mechanist someday, Dubious. By seeing the instant Dragon Trigger fix, that's the other thing I actually wanted to bring up, Kale. This is something, the little second thing I wanted to go into really fast. And I plan to do extremely busy week again, but I really feel like I owe ArenaNet this video at this point because they did put in the work. They didn't fix a lot of the trait bugs, but they started with the most egregious parts of Bladesworn, which were that Dragon Trigger 2 and 3 fail all the fucking time. Right, chat? So I want to bring this up because I think this is really important to notice that progress is slow, and it takes time, and it takes money. And ArenaNet, whether it's Swimsuits or Guild Wars 3 or whatever, finally got a bunch of money and had the time to put in the work to fix Bladesworn. It wasn't instant. It wasn't like when they announced Guild Wars 3, a bunch of people bought Guild Wars 2 and they were like, oh shit, we can do this now. I guarantee they've been working on this since Roy teased it in January. But this is really important. What they did today is really, really important. And the one criticism I could find with Bladesworn, the way it was on release, was this. I don't know if I need to make this bigger for you to follow along in the class. Dragon Trigger fixed an issue when attempting to use Dragon Slash immediately. This should say when. Oh no, which attempting works there too. So the Dragon Trigger fixed an issue which attempting. I'm such a pedantic nutsack. Sorry. Fixed an issue when attempting or which attempting to use Dragon Slash immediately after activating the skill would cause Dragon Trigger to be interrupted without you triggering Dragon Slash. This was the only bug that I could really find that ruined how the class played, essentially. Where you would try to just bap out Dragon Trigger 1 or Dragon Trigger 3 instantly, and it would put the entire thing on cooldown. Full 6 to 8 second cooldown for Dragon or for your F2. Felt like poop in every game mode. They fixed this. I didn't report this. I am, for all intents and purposes, the Bladesworn partner, if not the Bladesworn guy on YouTube, not to be too hubristic. I didn't report this one. I didn't get a chance to yet. Somebody else either watched the stream from ArenaNet or reported this, and it got fixed. And this is what I cannot stress enough. Constructive feedback. They do care about their game. It sucks this didn't get fixed for 5 years. They do care. This is great. This is great that someone from my audience or somewhere else or everybody went to their forums and said, hey, yo, fix this, and they did this within a week. That's incredible. There's also a issue for Unsheathed Gunsaber, fixed an issue in which the skill could not be used after certain circumstances in PvP, while either River's Flow or Sharp as the Wind was equipped, which were the 2 new traits. Outstanding. Outstanding. And I cannot stress this enough. Please just give them a chance. ArenaNet does care. Maybe one day they'll look at the Grandmasters, but they do care. But yeah, World vs. World is Rush is tomorrow. Grab the builds from the description. Ask me questions about your build. Welcome in, guys. Just wanted to go over that real quick. Little intro to build crafting, moving pieces around to sort of get the different bits that you want from your build. And I would really also just stress and not... I don't like it, but if you're really struggling for a build tomorrow and you load World vs. World, just run all Sellian or all Diviners. You'll be fine. It doesn't matter what your traits are. Trust me. All right, chat. Let's get into it. Let's see how slammed we are in queue. Hello, Knives. How are you? You are improving. Yeah, you're starting to think. Like, I subbed in a couple pieces of Vipers, but Vipers, again, there's going to be... When we have the builder updated, it'll be a lot easier to calculate the sort of inflection point where adding a little bit of condition damage plus all the duration does, like, max damage. There's a positive bug in Discipline where Bladesworn gets plus 5 adrenaline on swap, where it should be plus flow for 3 seconds instead. Interesting, really. I wonder if they're reverting all the flow numbers, because it still says... It may just say that, Kale, and it may actually give you Discipline. Here, let's test it. Because some of the things just say that. There we go. Boom. Nope, it does seem to give you 5 flow. That's crazy. Normally this would say plus whatever it is, 5 flow per second. Where is it? Oh, god damn it. This one. It should give you, yeah. Kale's right. It actually appears to give you 5 when you swap to your sword. And when you swap to the actual gun saber, it appears to give you the positive flow per second. No, that's from this. Never mind. Nope, you're right. It's just 5 flat. I don't know. There's a lot. This is what's triggering the positive flow when you swap to your gun saber. The new weird all traits play the same but not really thing. So I think that's where we were at. There's, like, again, this still says adrenaline. Maybe they're just gonna rename it adrenaline again for clarity's sake. Who really knows? I know a lot of people already cause it. Alt flow. Yeah, I would definitely what's it called? Can we not buy diviners or ascended rings from or whatever from anywhere? You can get them from Wizard's Vault. You can get them from raids. Any stat selectable coffer. I don't know of any ascended World vs. World plays, but I'm sure they're selectable from whatever World vs. World vendor. Is Bladesworn good yet? Sorry, Roots, I missed that. Bladesworn is working on it. Bladesworn, I would say, has always been good. Fixing the bugs puts it a long way toward being good. I don't think it's God. I don't think it's amalgam levels of stupid, but amalgam is very much its own kettle of amalgam. Diviners is from Thunderhead, and to Kunev's credit, he was suffering through that the other day, for sure. You can buy stat selectable trinkets from vendor and PvP fractals and Living Worlds. Raids as well, I think, but you have to go into the... They're like raid specific, so you need to get like the power version or whatever the fuck. Chomp's right. Hello, Chomp, how are you? My sleep cycle's fucked. I've been trying to get more of your streams, but... I'm waking up late. Because the sun is hiding. Stat selectable, where would they be? There wouldn't be Dugan. Dugan, this golem sells all the exotic crap. It's gotta be Nerd McGillicuddy, the main chick, right? Where is main chick vendor here? This, here we go. These will be selectable kunais. They'll take currencies, of course. Yeah. You am good. That's good. Yeah, I think Laurels are only core. I'm not sure, though. They might have updated it. So, one thing again, Kunaives, if you look at the description, one thing I was... this was the build I initially had on that I was going to try on release. I still love quickness maxing on Warrior because, what's it called? Aggressive Onslaught is kind of broken. It's basically Speed Relic, but with a good trigger. So... if you want to sub in more Viper pieces or Trailblazers and be a scumbag, or even Celestial gear, you can try Runes of the Firebrand as well, because they give you ludicrous amounts of quickness duration, but really at the expense of other boon duration. Jade ones are even cheaper since we enabled all stats on them. Rings can't be turned into legendary. Jade ones from where, Kale? Let's queue up for Borderland as we talk about stuff. And tonight is gold giveaway night. I'm gonna try to do... I mean, instead of just doing double gold tonight because I missed a week, I was too hype on Tuesday and then the smoke like destroyed my stream schedule. I am going to try to do, what's it called? Bonus like extra giveaways tonight and then work it into like future streams as well. Just so we don't completely shaft everybody who misses Monday because I start at weird times these days. Wrong. This is now correct. I think I have the right food for this. The shitty part about all these builds is they all run different food right now. But I will gradually gravitate back to Selly one day. Nice, Matty. I'm glad you're at the gym here instead of at your house here. Being at the gym and watching Guild Wars streams lets you pretend like you've done something productive that day. Yeah, how dare people be happy? You're trying to give your concentration above 1,000? That's a good goal, my guy. Your best bet for subbing in other pieces, though, is just going to be Leadership Runes, because Leadership Runes are mathematically one of the best for boon duration, if not the best. There is no Condi damage boon duration rune, because they, for a really long time, were really scared of it. If you want to try and sub in just Condi damage, I would look at Ritualist stats as well. But Ritualist has main stat Vitality, because they had to balance it somehow, and Vitality is largely useless. For anything that isn't, like, really, really squishy, like for Ellie. Well, let's get these giveaways rolling, chat. And thank you for your patience. Sorry, I thought I was gonna have to start really late, and then I don't know, I channeled Divinity and mowed my lawn in like an hour. It was incredible. To a camp to raise my concentration. Chill, my guy. Chill. Don't make me ban you. Chill. Old Diviners is so good. Ooh, a Weaver. I'll probably lose to this. Come here. Fight me. But yeah, it is World versus World Rush next week, Tuesday, tomorrow. So if you load the World versus World to your core, this is probably the best time to play still, because you can blitz through, what's it called? Blitz through your Gift of Battle tracks. You're getting ghosted? That doesn't make any sense if you're going to the gym. All people who go to the gym are hot. Thank you for loan. I didn't loan you my skills. I loaned you the build. You're getting good. That's what, again, people, and I'm actually, this is going to sound elitist as fuck. I'm really glad they fundamentally did not change the things that work on Bladesworn and the way it plays. At least not yet. I think that's really the place of Grandmaster tier traits if they're going to ever look at them. And I don't think that there's not, which is the worst way I could have phrased that. I don't think that there's not a what's it called? I don't think that there's not a place for a simpler Bladesworn build. But what I think that a trait for a simpler Bladesworn build would probably have to do would have to double the cooldown of Dragon Trigger and make it do damage. I think that that's really the only way we get like any kind of simpler Dragon Trigger dewy build. Because otherwise, people won't understand that Bladesworn's Dragon Trigger is largely a utility thing right now. Fun fact, we're not red. I just think we're red. I don't know why. We went to Ascalonian catacombs and got ghosted. Get wrecked. Really? Exotic trinkets with full platinum doubloons gives more boon duration. I guess that sort of makes sense, I guess. Because, like, you're subbing out kind of vitality, sort of, for... What's it called? I'm stuck in rifle fighting this nutsack. You're subbing out vitality effectively for... What's it called? Boon duration. Well, we lost all of our skills and now we're over there. All right, fine. I wanted to not be in rifle anyway. Probably gonna burn to death. He's gonna burn to death. Platinum doubloons are like 60 concentration these days, I believe, because they used to just give 4% boon duration, but they don't anymore. Which is 60 concentration, to be fair. Did I DT 3 behind you? Yeah, you can do that. It's the same aiming scheme. It's just you can move now. It's really good. They seem to have largely fixed the fact that Dragon Trigger 2 and 3 would just fail for no reason as well. It has like new nuances to it, where like it'll fail on different terrain now, but it seems to be really good. Like they really did work. It's incredible. Yeah, it is awesome. For sure. You can also, like, it's ground targeted for Dragon Trigger 2. It's not like Greatsword 2, and it will stop wherever you target it, so you don't Dragon Trigger yourself off points. If you guys didn't know, Guy is the other Bladesworn enthusiast that I've known from back in the day. He knows a lot of the nuance. Oh, you're gonna get the EOD. Hell yeah, man. Use Kuniv's link if you buy it. Thank you. Or Chomps. Very, very cool. Buy it on sale. They're 40? I thought they were 60. Okay, well, they're not 4% then. I'm an idiot. I trust Kale on all things numbers related. Kale in 12, man. I wonder, so are there any, is that like all exotic pieces? It's better? Or is it just trinkets that it maths like that? No, they didn't give Heal Bladesworn really any tools that Paragon doesn't have. So if it can't compete with Paragon, it can't compete with Druid, Scrapper, or Spectre. And also, funny enough, Jancis, it was so serendipitous. Sorry guys, I said I would give you a giveaway. I will after this sentence. I want to finish my thought. I was talking to Jancis, he was whispering me about a bug he found. He was like, why doesn't Artillery Slash, which is a projectile finisher, trigger, like, work as a projectile finisher? And I was like, I don't know, dude, report it. And he was like bumming out. He was like dooming, not to call him out. And he was like, oh, I don't want to report it. You said it's never getting fixed because it doesn't trigger Lush Force. And I was like, dude, none of this shit gets fixed if the people with the actual good information don't go to the forums and report this nonsense. Like, I didn't spend 5 years of my life coping on Bladesworn to just have nothing happen for it so no one could play it. I want people to play this class. And like, it's better if I'm not the only person reporting this shit. And then as we're talking, they fucking crack open the patch where what's it called gets fixed, and I was like, see, dude, like it's so good. Like they're doing shit. It just takes a while. Like they just, you know, everybody wants different shit and they can't do everything. And he was like, all right, fine, fuck me, I guess. And then he figured out also that it's specific to River's Flow. It's like only the kit version of River's Flow doesn't. They forgot to add the projectile finisher too. Trinkets, something has gone terribly wrong. What if you really want boon duration? What if you want like maximum? Oh god, am I gonna do that now? Am I gonna run like exotic diviner's gear with like platinum doubloons to boon max? That might be hideous. We might have to cook on that. Don't give me that information, Kale. Oh man. I know there are a lot of complaints about Condi Bladesworn and PvE. Like, again, it doesn't really outshine any of the other Condi classes, but I don't know. Sunk cost fallacy. ArenaNet's invested time in it now. It doesn't work because Diviner is the primary stat there. So it's got to, like, if you do it for the minstrels, it's got to give you like 4 more concentration or something comparatively to like an ascended piece, right? There's no way it's more than that, like mathematically. I mean, that makes sense. And it probably, honestly, Diviners is one of those stats that borderline shouldn't be in the game. Like, Minstrels, Diviners, Nomads, Selly, all need to be made worse effectively, but here we are, and I don't think they ever will be. There can't ever be a primary boon duration stat that's good. There is no 3 stat that has boon duration as the primary stat. Even Givers is like minor. I hope your house is all right. Stay safe, my guy. We've had lots of power outages with like all the rain here. I hope your power didn't get dragon triggered. Let's do a giveaway, chat. Exclamation point. If you're excited for World vs. World Rush, yes or no, or maybe, in chat. You must be followed on Twitch or subbed on YouTube. Do enter. Yes. Also, I didn't transfer back to VOA's matchup, which I should have. Completely spaced on it. Meh is an acceptable answer. Knives entry maxing over here. Man needs to farm gold to buy an infusion from Hellmasker. Heaven forbid he learn how to do Harvest Temple. They should... You know what would be interesting? If they, like, put in special reward tracks just for Rush Week or something. I think that'd be kind of sick. Ow, 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 ow. How many thieves is this? It's a few. You go cleanse that. Probably gonna burn to death. Oh, he's so close to dead. The fucking, like... Oh, he didn't even have reinforced armor. I can't even blame that. Holy shit. So close. 3%. Not bad. You can enter twice. It's a rule. Unless we're doing, like, a super omega giveaway where I give away, like, Living World Season 4 or something. It's fine. Have you been using 12's Mirror Farm Guide? It's so good. Got your sky scale! That's huge! Oh, so you did buy more than Core. You must have. The Mirror Farm is mathematically, for Visions of Eternity, is mathematically the best farm in the game. I think there's... Are Mirrors only Visions of Eternity? Or are they Janthier as well? I can't remember anything that happened in Janthier. They might be in Janthier as well. You basically get buffs on your bar by doing events, and then you just fly between all the mirrors. You know, you could probably put in a support ticket to get your account undeleted. I don't know if you're doing this to reprog or what, but I'm just saying. I know you're having fun. Yeah, OG Skyscale requires a lot. Honestly, new Skyscale isn't the easiest thing either. Got up to IBS. We've all got IBS. It is a fun adventure. That's something, because I've been guesting into like a lot of smaller like and newer streams, and I really like it because the perspective you get of watching them do like core map comp is incredible. Like, these people have such a different perspective from when you can jump on a dragon and be God. It's really just so cool to see their impressions of the game, where they don't have all the mounts in the world, right? They don't have all the nonsense that we have from years and years and years of grinding this nonsense out and playing it. Oh, they didn't fix the bug underwater. Everything sucks. Controller's glitching out. It's fine. Oh, I'm in a wall. Still haven't learned all the pathing nuances. Sorry, dear. I need your quickness. It's a lot of people. Oh, I'm so dead. Oh, maybe not. Still finding action camera useful, sort of. What color are we, chat? Jesus Christ. Yeah, the inventory lots are big, but ain't it started giving away like bag slots in the putting bag slots in the Wizard's Vault and stuff like that, and they've given away a couple like larger bag slots from just Twitch drops and stuff, which is really nice. How am I using controller? I don't know. I just learned on it. Playing on a keyboard would be extremely difficult for me at this point because I learned on a controller. The only thing I ever used action camera for was for aiming dragon slashes, and you don't need to do that now, so I actually need to unbind that button. Ah, crud. Guy coming. Gonna be in rifle because I'm grading stacks. It's an amalgam too, perfect. Okay, I'm super dead. I might kind of want to just let them kill me. Yeah, I should have just let them kill me. This is a vain struggle, unfortunately. Being stuck in rifle. Sonny, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Oh, also, that boy Snipe, Sir Seba Empire, thank you for the follows over the break. Glad people are finding these on Twitch somehow. No, I'm realizing I'm like getting weird carpal tunnel in my pinky of all things. What are you doing hiding in the stairs, sir? I gotta chill. Yeah, exclamation point. Maybe it's a Bladesworn thing. Like that muscle that goes up your arm is just like hurts. Exclamation point, yes or no if you're excited for the World versus World Rush chat. We'll do that drawing in like 5 minutes. I'll try to do more of these tonight because, like I said, I owe you guys some money. This is for 50 gold if you win over on YouTube, or 50 gold if you win period, and then if you're a Prime sub or any kind of sub on Twitch or monetary supporter of the channel, you get double. I tongue my protein bottle. It's what everybody tunes in for. Calm down, chat. Max too. I need a new cape, chat, because the way she bends forward with Dragon's Trigger now when you're walking, and I'm also really glad, I want to give ArenaNet a shout out for not ditching the original animation for charging this, because it's very good. But when you start walking around, like, the cape doesn't go very low because of how capes work, so I need like a longer cape. I also kind of want this bubble sword. Speaking of, Not even close. Yeah, you can move. It's great. They did a whole bunch of bug, like, you know, quality of life bug fixes of Bladesworn. If you missed it, go check the video on the channel or the patch notes. It's been 5 years of this nonsense, and they also added a Condi variant and a support variant that people have been, like, build crafting and theory testing and stuff. Very, very cool. I cannot overemphasize enough, chat, like, how incredible it is to have, like, build options. The racing scarf's good? Update feels amazing, JNR. I'm really glad they didn't overdo the damage. At least not with the existing Dragon Trigger cooldown numbers. That's what I was afraid of. I talked to you guys like almost endlessly about that. And I was really worried they were just going to add Condi to the Dragon Slashes. When Dragon Slash can realistically hit for about 6 to 8k. And that being on a 7-second cooldown is a little insane. Emerger DPS is stupid. Correct. Right now. I'm sure that'll get fixed eventually. Yeah. Exclamation point, yes, no, or maybe. Whether or not you're excited for the World versus World Rush. That is still the coolest projectile in the game, man. Meteorologicus. I love it so much. It's so sick. I'm gonna try to claw back some of my RAM. Hang on, chat. I gotta fuck with my settings a little bit here. It could use some damage. I think it could use damage, but I don't know where I'd put it right now. Again, I want to give a good answer, so I have to think about it more. I feel like whatever they're gonna do is gonna be in Grandmasters if they're gonna do more stuff, JNR. And I feel like the Grandmasters, like, one is gonna multi-hit. One is, like, Immortal Dragon is just gonna, like, get deleted because it's useless. And the last one will make it, like, double your Dragon Trigger cooldown, but make the power version do damage or something. Have I tried equipping Electric Fence? Electric Fence has some really cool sauce. The problem with Electric Fence or any other utility skill is you have to take Bull's Charge off your bar because you can't run one stun break. I know, Guy is a very big Electric Fence enjoyer. He is very good with it. I am not very good with it. I don't know how he gets the, like, projectile, because in case you guys didn't know, Bladesworn actually has this kind of goated utility skill called Electric Fence. But the thing is, you throw a projectile in order to use it, and that projectile just gets eaten in Zergs. This is a light field. It's actually kind of busted, like, what this does, but finding space for it in a build is so difficult for me. I know people just walk into it, and you can use it to catch in duels and stuff. You're very right. Like, don't get me wrong, you're right. It's just, I like my speed. If they ever give, because I'm at the point where I don't really want Dragon Spike Mine to have 2 charges, because I think that would kind of break the balance of it in PvP World vs. World. I think that would be a bit much. But if they could make Dragon Spike Mine an ammunition skill so you could reload it without giving it 2 charges, I think that would be fine. Hello, Nat. Hello. You are people. Are we fighting all these idiots? They're fighting our idiots, so let's fight their idiots. I also really like, just to put this out there, I like being able to damage Berserkers, because Berserkers have so much damage invulnerability that doesn't apply to Condis. You managed to fix Condi Chrono. Hell yeah, 12. Welcome. Get an entry in for the giveaway. We're doing it in like a minute. Exclamation point, yes, no, or maybe, whether or not you're excited for the World versus World Rush tomorrow. Yeah, you never use Electric Fence because you don't have space for it. Same thing with overcharged cartridges for me. I would love to use especially the new overcharged cartridges, but I don't have space for it. I kind of think overcharged cartridges should just be on your bar, but it should have an insane cooldown. Ferret, but I also think that that would be a little bit too much. Like, I'm very trepidatious at suggesting things at this point, because I don't want to be the main character of existence for this. I kind of want I wanted to give ArenaNet feedback, and then I want to see what they want to do with it now that a lot of the playstyle issues with Bladesworn have actually been dealt with. Nice, congrats on Warbringer bar. That's huge. That's huge. Overcharge cartridges does not knock back anymore. The first charge makes gives a 15% bonus damage to all explosions using one charge. Overcharging it refreshes the duration. It doesn't extend it anymore, and I think makes the burning longer and makes the damage bonus 25%. So basically the idea is it's a PvE skill, because everything is, and you use one charge, you do some of your rotation, use the second charge, I think you do Dragon Slash, you recharge it, you extend the second charge, which extends the 25% bonus, and then you kind of like upkeep that. I think it's 25 to Electric Fence. I don't think is Electric Fence a fucking explosion? I don't even know if it does damage. You're silly. Know if dual wielding affects Gunblade? It used to. When Bladesworn came out, dual wielding affected Gunblade because all the kits in the game would just inherit their regular weapon properties, because there were a lot more like weapon NG traits in the game, but it doesn't anymore. The only way you can manage to fit either Electric Fence or Overcharge or both onto your bar is to run a extremely low cooldown skill or stun break, and then take like max other stability uptime. So like Centaur Relic, Stalwart Stride, which is a very good skill or a very good trait. A lot of them are. Not the trait interactions, but a lot of the like Dragon Trigger. Like, have you heard me say Dragon Trigger 2 didn't work for no reason? Take a shot, chat. Like, since the thing happened, at most we've had a Dragon Trigger 3 fail. It's fucking incredible. Of course I checked. There's some dude, I'm learning stuff about this game every single day. This game has so many nuanced things to it. It's insane. What is the name of this song? I have no idea. It's part of like some kind of symphonic battle mix that may or may not be like AI, which I loathe, but also I didn't spend tokens for it and kill fish, so. It might be. I don't know. Hang on. Am I opening a YouTube link on stream? Am I gonna get a virus? I hate AI so fucking much, but I can't deny that some of the YouTube mixes are catchy. Yeah, I think this is the channel. This is definitely the channel, but a lot of these mixes are garbage. Have I tried running the heal DPS, Dragon Trigger, and DPS builds? I've tried... what's it called? Finding other ways to get 25 might and running it in world versus world, basically, because the only thing that the 10 bullet trait gives you is might gen, and if you get might gen, then you don't have to worry about that, so you don't have to run Forceful Greatsword. Again, trade-offs. Ferret, that's 2. So it's not terrible. It's just that the healing, like, again, the things that Immortal Dragon versus Unyielding Dragon versus Daring Dragon give you, Daring Dragon gives you Fury, and you don't have to charge the Dragon Trigger, really, which is just the default. Immortal or Unyielding Dragon basically gives you might gen, and your Dragon Triggers are unblindable now. There's no real reason to take it for the unblockable, because Dragon Trigger is unblockable by default for no reason, and really shouldn't be. For Dragon Trigger 3 is. And Unyielding gives you the ability to stack protection if you have any kind of protection rune or boon duration. Yeah. Again, my brain likes music, my brain also hates AI, so that's where we're at with that. Hello, Aeon. I'm going to extend this by 2 minutes, but that's the only extension we're doing. Exclamation points. Fuck you, brain. Yes or no, or maybe whether or not you're excited for the World versus World Rush tomorrow. I think Electric Fence with Relic of Watch is actually very kind of sick. Because Relic of Watch just increases your, what's it called? Immob duration. I'm also disappointed that Dubious is also getting recommended the same garbage AI crap that I am. Sword power, condition damage now for warrior. It's always been both. It's just better at doing both. Yeah, at least YouTube's requiring people to label it now. I think it just enables like longer catches, right? And it's a cover condi. Watch is just better Relic of the Sorcerer. Because they made Relic of the Sorcerer and nobody used it, even though it's there to provide cover condies to things that cripple, immobilize, and chill. So like Elementalists and Rangers. And they were like, well, this is bad. Let's make Relic of the Sorcerer ++, and they made Relic of Watch. Oh, you Googled the name of the... Well, that's why it's there. Alright, I'm clicking this button, chat. Rivers flow on a DPS build, you mean? I was thinking about that, because I don't know if Rivers flow actually makes the... Because it makes Dragon Triggers not do damage, right? But it still makes your Gun Saber do damage, so I don't know. Fractal, I don't know if it applies the burning after the Torment or the Torment after the burning. Your raid can't read chat. Oh my god, you raided. I'm sorry. Thank you for the raid. Shout out to Aeon. Let me do that real quick. I didn't even see that. I apologize. You should be able to read chat. You just shouldn't be able to type in it. Can they not read it? They probably can't type in it. Yeah, I have a 2-minute timer, which I can probably get rid of realistically at this point. When I really first started streaming, I was getting so many buy viewer bots, which doesn't help you on Twitch, and I loathe. If this works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. This was working, so... Why is there no shoutout option? God, I hate Twitch. Nope, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this mostly so I get motivated to actually set it up. So if it worked, it worked. If it didn't, it didn't. Go check out Aeon. It's slash shoutout. Well, that would explain why it doesn't work. Jesus Christ. Who Knives also technically gets 25 gold for that. What is... Oh, exclamation point is if you have a bot. That's why it works on Engel's chat, but it doesn't stream, but it doesn't work for mine. Right. Yeah, you get anything that you find that's wrong with the stream. There we go. Also, here, check this out. Shout out. Who knows? I have to wait 15 minutes before shouting somebody out again. Well, we gotta fix that. Anyway, go check out Knives. He streams at times I don't. If you find anything wrong with the stream, it's a stream rule that you get money. And me doing commands incorrectly qualifies as that. But I'm clicking this button, chat. Jesus. And somebody else is getting money. Guild Wars 2 is great. Guild Wars 2 is also free. So if you want to try it, check out the link in the description. Damn, Chomp also said it, but Chomp said it after Kunaz, so Chomp doesn't get gold. Alright, I'm clicking. That is a 12. 12 has won with maybe so. Congrats to 12. Character name or an account name, or you can whisper Salem. 50 gold over to you. Again, we're going to be doing a bunch of these tonight. Let me pull up my list of people. I don't think 12 is... I think 12 is sub to Fandral. Don't ask me how I know that. There we go. Get them? Oh, there are people. Look at that. There's so many thieves. It's all thieves. I don't like this. I'm scared. I don't wanna. Also, why are we green? I need to switch back to VOE's Alliance. How many thieves is this? Only 2 thieves. Thief makes Bladesworn so difficult. Like, fighting any number of, like, dudes plus a thief is so hard now, since the thief buff. I didn't go in with Defiance Stance off cooldown, that's my fault. Forging Steel Strike Stream. You gotta go over to Engel for that. She's been doing Cold War. Like, Engel has been doing, like, 1 Cold War every one of her raid nights, and it's very funny. Engel Burt Meow. She is a variety streamer and does lots of cosplay. It's, she's very nice. She's on, like, late. Just can't fight without Defiance Stance. I mean, I can't fight if I'm immobilized, and Defiance Stance is my source of resistance. If I was on the dually build, I would have had more luck there. Yeah, I think Anet's sponsoring one of her streams coming up, where they're showcasing, like, all different people's homesteads and shit. Like, this is the only source of resistance on my build currently. It also takes forever to trigger with the relic. The other version is this, and has combat stimulant, and is much more dually. So I would have been able to kite a lot better, but I probably would have died. I did watch very few streamers, and I thank you. 12, I need a character name or an account name. Yo. Whenever you can, you have till the end of the stream. I used to watch very few people until Knives attacked. And now I watch Knives and Chomp and Engel because I'm trying to be less of a fucking introvert. Yeah, so Lush Forest, the reason that I low-key think Lush Forest is the best trade on Bladesworn is because it gets rid of these, like, awkward 3/4 second cooldowns between a lot of the skills, so it lets you do kind of, like, Devil May Cry style combos. If you like damage, you can go just for the damage trade, especially since it's better now, but... Yeah, that's why I didn't watch Knives for a while, because I'm actually his brother. I mean, that's fair. Everybody's got their thing. You notice the Gunsaber Lush Forest works with Gunsaber? Did they fix that today? There's no way. No, it doesn't. You're full of shit. No offense. Sorry. Maybe it works on the non-Kandi version? Because you can see the jump, right? Like the little white circles or white squares just jump there. Yeah, it definitely doesn't work on the Kandi version. Lush Forest cleanses? No. Lush Forest lets you skip cooldowns, silly. Knives is new to Bladesworn. Be nice. He's a Padawan. We can't kill the younglings, guy. I know you were legitimately asking. Yeah, I do know that. Lush Forest could cleanse. Could cleanse. Oh no, Lush Forest doesn't trigger when you use Gunsaber 3. It does reduce the cooldown of Gunsaber 3. So if you see here, you can see the like thing jump from 5 to 3. But when you like, so here's how this bug works, right? Once upon a time, Gunsaber 3 had 3 charges and didn't consume all of them when you used it, right? It let you like go bop, 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 and just like shoot out bullets. Then they made it 3 charges in PvE, but 2 charges in World versus World and PvP because they like gave it a stun when it was at 3 charges, right? But if you use it when it's at 2 charges in any of these game modes now, because they did eventually reduce it to 2 in PvE as well, it doesn't trigger, even though it's technically at max charges at 2. But because the game thinks its max charges is 3, that flag was never moved, so it doesn't work. So that's how the bug works. They need to move the flag that they set for PvE. Barrett! Oh, this is Jumpy! Hello. Gives out, like, skins and stuff. It could be because it uses all the charges at once and it's coded like a different skill, so they need to move the flag manually, but that's what I would guess. That pulled me out of Bull's charge. That's crazy. Did you know the Dragon Hunter Lance is actually unevadable, chat? It's one of the few skills in the game that is and should be. Or the pull for it is actually unevadable. The throw lance part is very evadable. So many trees right here. I say as I Gunsaber 3 into a tree. Interesting. I think they changed the tracking on that so you can't change it last minute like you used to be able to. Crazy. This thing has a very low cleanse for a Weaver. I think he's gettable. Yep. No cleanses on his bar. Truly tragic. You hate to see it. Yeah, that's why I like this mix, because most of the mixes on that channel are garbage. This, like, the just regular sort of quasi-Celtic ones are unfortunately really good. I just really, again, the biggest problems with AI are that it's being misused. And that it's eating all our water. Yeah, Bavanisos is still the best relic, but I consider it cheating. They've talked about that. They actually addressed that in an interview where old legendary backpacks don't have die channels. They said they're working on fixing it, but they have to, because every asset in the game gets specific amounts of resource allocation, they can't just like flip a switch and put them on the old ones. They'd have to redesign the backpacks essentially and figure out how to make them look the same or similar with new like amounts of memory for each of them, basically. And I have a feeling that's extremely low priority, if not the lowest possible priority in the game. But I get it. It is funny. Yeah, they were made before die channels existed on backpacks. Which is funny, like, to be clear. I think it's very... Wow, that was... Zerg turned around on me. Maybe we pulled some guys so Zerg could win the fight. I think that it is funny that you can die Orax and you can't die any of the other ones, but at least you can die Orax. Yeah, the F1 on Dragon Hunter Spear is unblockable when you throw it. It's unevadable and unblockable when they pull it. There are very few things in the game that are offensive and unblockable. Another one on Elementalist Forever was the dual stagger skill on Weaver Mudslide, but they did eventually fix that. Because they really do want your dodge button to be the big counter to a lot of things. Gotta check my food. Oh, that's great. Good job, Bar. It sounds like you're accomplishing a lot of game goals. I want to switch over to the dueling one because I need more mobility. And that means I need to change all my fucking food. I've also been kind of trying to take inspiration from Chomp's old build and run Sigil of Severance, but can't get it to work for me. I think I'm just a potato. I don't think I interrupt enough stuff. This is cake. So it's really just the other thing that I'm giving up, right? Bro, they love throwing siege on you. They must know you're cute. What are your shots getting reflected by? Are you fighting a... Are you doing the cursed Bladesworn 1v1? The most cursed 1v1 in the game. Yeah. I can't decide which I like better, 2 stances with the stance trait or 3 stances without the stance trait. I'm leaning toward 3 without the stance trait just for variety. Bladesworn is very uninteractable. When they were asking for feedback, I told them that. The sustain really needs to be kind of nerfed. Like, they can give it back. Like, if Immortal Dragon gave you insane sustain, that would be a playstyle, but I kind of think that Combat Stimulant needs to get Yote in order for them to do anything interesting with it. 12, where are you? I wonder if 12 hopped over to Emerald stream. I need to try to... Maybe I have them in my friend's history? Nope. Unless their name is something else. Alright, somebody remember me, or remind me a little bit later. Remember me. Somebody remember me, chat. I need to finish getting my Wizard's Vault crap. Grab this. The poor bunny. The next expansion has to be the bunny expansion or something, and it needs to be able to walk up walls or some shit. I guess that's Guild Wars 3's bag, though. Or the Turtle X bag. Shade! I'm just so hyped that we're getting, like, X-Packs plural, dude. That's incredible. Three-seater turtle. I think they're very concerned about people, like, alt-account farming or some shit. I don't know. Question. What did Unkiller War Builds, Selly Bunkers? I don't like Selly, because it doesn't really do any damage, and you just feel like a tank. Selly's good, but if you want an unkillable warrior build, check out my YouTube channel. There is a, what's it called? Berserker build that's fairly unkillable. I mean, you saw how much damage I just took there, and that was living. You can always check the YouTube channel in the descriptions in any of the streams for the builds, but I made a build specifically on Berserker that's very unkillable and still good to this day, even though they've nerfed Relic of Rivers a little bit since I made that video. Third seed only has one button, but boy howdy does that button do damage. Whoa, that was weird tracking. Like I said, Dragon Trigger 3, not the perfect tracking, but better. Yeah, Warrior has kind of one thing, and it feels like a rock. Like, Warrior's kind of a... I want to make a biology analogy. If you know what an activation energy is in a chemical reaction, you need a certain amount of damage to get through a warrior. And that's kind of... They're either unkillable or fucking useless, I guess. They don't really have a... Oh, they do. The Rifle Zerker does a lot of damage. Yeah, Amalgam's very, very fun. That build that we were trying was quite fun by the end of the 2 days that I theory crafted it. A clone? That was a tanky clone. If you're having trouble killing warriors, Condi pressure. Just in general. I mean, are you killing anything with Demolisher Crusader? Because I feel like you're just not going to do any damage, but maybe I'm wrong. Bladesworn's weakness will always be Condi pressure. Like, even and especially the new version, it needs to have a weakness, and it'll always be Condi pressure. That's why I really like the Relic of the First Revenant build, because it kind of deals with that, but not really. Like, you give up a lot of tank for it. No, you can play what you want. You want to run full Selly, Trailblazers, Bladesworn, go for it. AoE and a mob. Yeah, that's why I'm so heavy on having resistance from somewhere these days. Anything that can also... Because AoE, Guy's kind of right. That's why I hate fighting Thieves, and I was complaining about it earlier a little bit. Thieves will just rip your Aegis and stab, and if Bladesworn doesn't have either of those things, it just falls over and dies. Because, like, that's how it's balanced right now, is having both of those things. How'd I get the finisher off? That's sick. So, like, Untamed is a very big counter to Bladesworn, just in general, because the pet is perpetually on you, stripping your Aegis. Stuff like that. I just double stance because I'm bad. Get that Harbinger. Harbinger's another one I really want to try since the patch, because the new Harbinger trait seems real interesting. For sure. Yeah, Yep. Walk up to it, auto the Aegis off. I like that the Aegis has counterplay. I just wish it had a better visual indicator for new players. Like, the Aegis reflecting projectiles isn't the worst design in the game, but it needs counterplay for, like, a new ranger shooting you, being like, why the fuck are my projectiles reflecting? Like, if it gave you Mag Aura while you had Aegis or something visual like that, I'd really like it. Condi Bladesworn is just Power Bladesworn. Guy. Everything that Power... Like, all of the strengths and weaknesses of Power Bladesworn is just Condi. It's the same thing. The really only difference in playstyle or building, like how you're going to gear it, is the support trait. The support trait does some interesting shit, like making the Dragon Trigger 3 days. But really, just all the Condi trait does is add, like, remove power damage from your Dragon Trigger and then add Condi damage to your Gunsaber skills. You can even run Condi Bladesworn without the Condi trait, just run overcharged cartridges. It would actually probably do very well. Duel in World vs. World was boon ripping. On the Amalgam? I had boon rip on that build? Can't remember. Viper Cell Evoker. Toadvoker is going to be a hard wall for Bladesworn as well, because again, it does Condi damage and doesn't die. But everything can't kill everything else in the game. That's not how balance works. God, I love that I can instacast that now, and I don't have to spend time and, like, devote brain energy to try to unlearn fucking 5 years of muscle memory so I don't instacast Dragon Trigger now. See, like this guy, why the fuck is my stuff reflecting? He doesn't know. He has no idea. Just is. It's like, maybe a Magor didn't render? Maybe he's not thinking it through that much. That's a good use of barrier by him. The other downside of Condi Bladesworn is there's absolutely no reason to ever use the F1, or the Dragon Trigger 1. Dragon Trigger 1 is just bad now, with the Condi trait. Oh, there's a ballista hitting me. I was like, what is fucking killing me? What is unblockable and killing me? It's the ballista. It really wants my butt. I mean, fair. You seen my Norn? Love the new tracking on Dragon Trigger 2. Less burn. It just caps out. You know how, like, new old or old new Daring Dragon? What fucking... When they changed Unshakable Mountain, that's what it was. Oh, it's Kunai's. I can invite you guys. When they changed Unshakable Mountain, they capped out the barrier gain at 4 bullets. They did the same thing for the burning duration, and I think it's because they're scared of giving it like 20 stacks of burning like we talked about. It only ever does 4 stacks of burning, and that's why it's almost useless to take Unyielding or Immortal Dragon on Condi Bladesworn, because you're always only doing 4 stacks of burning, and the power damages that you gain from actually fuck you, mouth. Charging it is negligible because it like halves the power coefficient that's already really low. So you almost always want to just take fucking Daring Dragon. Yeah, I hate Unshakable Mountain, but they also nerfed it again, which is nice. Eventually, they'll hopefully take my advice and just remove it entirely. Although, I don't know. It kind of needs to be in the game for support Bladesworn to work, so maybe they'll... I don't know, maybe they'll buff it. Who knows? I'm not the main character of existence. I would like other people to have other playstyles. Univ's fucking trucking. Man is learning. Rat. He is a ribbit sworn. still think they should probably have a trait to make the bullets pierce on Gunsaber, and haven't scienced that one out why they don't, but maybe they're hyper afraid of fucking Condesworn. Trying to split them, split their eye line. I have so many pets on me right now. What is going on? Jesus. Like we said, AoE. Try to get some cooldowns back here. No, I'm sorry. I don't think I could save you. Absolutely not. Probably dead as well. Counting that as 3 ferrets, because I think we've seen that ferret like 4 times. Oh, did somebody get you up, or are you in vengeance? Oh my god, somebody got him up. I didn't believe. Honestly, go for it. If tanky or gear... Like, I played all of this Mirage. All of this Mirage play, chat, was on Trailblazers, basically. Rabid, Amulet, and PvP, Trailblazers, Mirage. I was a piece of garbage. But I was also, in my defense, Trailblazers was less bullshit back in the day. But it helped me learn the game. And if you enjoy Trailblazers gear, I am not judging you. You play the game how you want. It's very viable for Zerging right now, apparently. So what people are doing for Bladesworn and Zergs is, because you can move now, they're going full glass gear with overcharged cartridges and all the damage steroids they can and just spamming Dragon Trigger 3. It's actually a problem because Dragon Trigger 3 is super fucking unblockable. So there's kind of no counterplay from what I understand. So full Zerker or full Dragons and it just destroys worlds. Hey, Rectu? You can invite Rectu. I don't mind. Yeah. That's what 12 was saying. And 12 is the other person other than you, Bingley, that I go to for Zerging advice. What was the update today? No new update today. It was last week. They fixed a lot of the Bladesworn bugs, dude. Like, you can aim Dragon Trigger. You can move while charging it. You can... aim Dragon Trigger 2, you can stop it short if you want. It doesn't flip you around anymore to face your target after you go past it. I too find it hard to believe, but I believe 12. And I believe Bingley. They're good sources of information. I don't think it does anything else other than spam Dragon Trigger 3, but give it a shot. Come back and tell me I'm wrong. I'm frequently wrong on the internet. It's okay. Poor one druid, he was like, my Zerg gonna save me? Wasn't his Zerg. The coolest update, he's fucking RP walking away. He's fucking RP walking away, this guy. Oh, he's aura farming, chat. Go check out Kunaives. Dragon Trigger 4? Dragon Trigger 4 isn't a skill. Dragon Trigger 4 gives you Aegis. Have I seen how hard Dragon Trigger 4 hits? Do you mean Gunsaber 4? Dagger? Enjoy your Dagger world. I'm happy for all the Dagger enjoyers. They didn't change Dagger 4, they only changed Dagger 5. Wastrel's Ruin? Did they, like, closet buff it? That's cool. Did you say Dagger? Did I read wrong? You did say Dagger. I apologize, Kale. Yeah, that is a thing with tank gear. That's why I kind of, I dunk on it these days. But it's, again, it's less of a problem with actual Trailblazer stats or anything else, and more of a problem with, like, the minus 10% damage reduction thing that we have in World vs. World now, and this, which adds another 1% health and damage, which isn't a lot, but it is something. And they all just stack on top of each other, right? Which is why I really don't like the existence of Trailblazer's gear or Sully gear in current year. But it's... like, it's less of a gear problem itself and more of just a piling on top of things that they've added to the game, right? Who's whispering me? Work on my skills? I like my skills. Oh, it went up 25%? That's actually more than 25. That's 33%. That's crazy. This person who block whispered me isn't online, so I can't respond to them. If you're in chat, I don't know what you mean. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah.
Nice. There's a lot of people. And it has the double damage thing. Oh, so it's actually like a 66% damage increase. No, it's more than that. That's crazy, yeah. I can't link him to electric fence. I usually, when people block whispered me, I used to just whisper, like, send them a mail that says you're offline so I can't, like, respond to you. Just because I like the logical brevity of it, because I know why they're doing it. But it's... they want attention, or it's like, oh yeah, that guy got me. It's like, yeah, I hope his life gets less shit. Because clearly he's not having a good day. Yeah, it's everything that's stackable. It's not Trailblazer's gear or Selly gear in a vacuum. Like, once upon a time, it was Selly gear that gave you infinite, when it gave you infinite concentration and expertise. But not anymore. And again, if you're in chat and you're trying to talk to me, just unblock me. I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't see that buff or that change either to Wastrels, but that's cool. I'm glad they're looking at some of Warrior's weapons. I still miss the old animation on Dagger 5 and Staff 5. That's good. It should. If they're not going to give Dagger 4 or 5 charges, like, 4 should hit like a truck. Because, like, the Dagger class fantasy and combo of Spellbreaker is, like, really simple but really cool. Especially since they fixed the tracking on Dagger F1. They might, especially on what's it called, Spellbreaker stuff now. Is this Amalgam? Interesting, I haven't fought one of these. I want to fight him by all his boys. It seems scary. All the boys are coming. They're all coming, chat. Yeah, Sword 3 double hits. It does the same power damage, though, I think. See if he wants to come fight. Like, I can't overstress, like, I guess... I've said that a lot, but like, the Sword 3 having an immobilize now is incredible. Pre-POF nerf. It actually might be pre-POF nerf, but what's it called? Numbers might just be so insane right now that it doesn't feel like it. We're gonna fight without the Gale Shot? No, we're not. We love the Gale Shot. Knives, where are you? I should go back to VOA's Alliance, though. I don't know if they're super queued, though, so I'm kind of scared. Signet of Rage, Dagger 4, Sword 3 setup. You can cancel Sword 3 because it's like... Oh, no worries, man. Yeah. Thanks for the fun. Then I can switch back to VOA with a clear conscience. The Go follow Kuniv's chat. You can cancel the second cast of Sword 3, and it seems to take, like, the full animation seems to take the same amount of time-ish that pre-change Final Thrust did. Which, I do miss the name. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away that one-shot people. That's good. Let's do a giveaway, chat, while we load back onto VOA's Alliance. I do need to hydrate. I need to drink my dinner real quick. Excuse me, chat. Now, does this mean... Actually, no one would know. Science this. Mosswood. So this now has a 17-person queue. That sucks. Hello, Fwog. What combat feature do you think they'll introduce in the next Guild Wars 2 expansion in 6,000 years? You must be followed on Twitch or subbed on YouTube to enter. Gotta put an exclamation point in front of it. They just let you write out your skill queue. All right, we have one entry. It's ERP. We have two entries. It's ERP and auto attacks. I said combat feature. How are you gonna combative trade people? You trade them toxic items. Stealth for all classes, hell yeah. That'll fix everything. PvE dueling would be interesting. Like optional, like you click it and it puts you in a new faction. I think they could fill out a lot of the, like... I mean, doing a pass on utility skills wouldn't really sell an expansion, but giving Warrior like a healing banner and stuff like that. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I can zone out and zone back in. Confused about F keys. You mean just like more F options on your bar? Is there anything in the gem store we want to grab before tomorrow, chat? Ooh, some of these filled? Hell yeah. I've been trying to fill out some of the Black Lion sets that I missed. Is this dyeable? That's actually kind of cool. Do I have this? I don't have this. That's kind of that's cool if it's dyeable. It's very unique. I might gift this to my friend. For when he logs in 400 years. 7k gold, we're working on it, man. Still need more. I got a big event I'm planning. This is why I give my gold away, guy, because I like to help people. It's like, what am I gonna do with an extra 50 to 100 gold every week, man? It's no point to not help people. I don't need 20 chalk egg sacks. Didn't you have like something like that because you just didn't buy anything? No, I owe money on the house. We're putting a down payment on solar currently. Yeah, I give it to Kunivs every week. That's true. Have a good night, Kunavs. Thanks for joining, man. That was fun. Fog, we were just on. Are you online now? Could run around with Fog. Give everyone a trident. I'm kind of here for that. Trident or spear gun. I don't want the same thing for everybody this time. No, everybody say goodnight to Kunaives. He's leaving right now. Cloud, you know that... So, Cloud, you gotta... I don't really understand your comment. Maybe I'm misunderstanding it. Yeah, good night, Kunaives. We need a fashion war for Bladesworn, including the color of the blade, depending on the trait. I don't know if you've noticed something. It's red now. You can change it. You mean I need to redo my fashion wars? I added some, so all the Condi builds, I added some red doer armor. Just trying to figure out what would still look good. I did a little bit of fashion wars on her. It can be bright yellow, red, or regular Bladesworn color. Best Bladesworn fashion would just be Dante. But in order to win, you would need the name Dante, which I've been trying to buy from the guy for years, and he won't sell it to me or doesn't play the game anymore. He responded to me once 6 years ago and said no, he's not selling it. And I added him, and I don't think he's logged in since. I'm very sad about it. Yeah, you want to blow my mind, get that name for me. Be crazy. Like the only thing I would pay gold for in the game right now. Although to be fair, the new legendaries I really like. Like Stella, I was kind of ambivalent on when it came out, but I kind of really like it now. Endless Summer's my favorite legendary in the game, period. Not for utility, I still think sigils blow that out of the water. Jesus, I'm dying, chat. We could have less, like, fucking smoke in the world, that'd be great. Char's good. Char just isn't a sword or a pistol, so I'll never see it. I also really like the Suwon legendaries. I think they're really good. Vlog, are you fighting Mag? Have I tried Berserker Hammer? In PvE? Don't play PvE. Don't be ridiculous. Aren't the numbers on it now, like, stupid? Fun fact. We're not green anymore. Is this a baby? I feel bad. I'm trying to let him live. Not taking the opportunity. I was so hoping to reflect that. A knockdown? Oh yeah, Spear 5's a fucking knockdown. Baby's gonna kill me, Jesus. Oh Jesus, fuck. That's not happening. Run! You only learn from combat. Bro, I learned from combat. Learned not to underestimate the full glass baby dragon hunter. Shouldn't call him a baby, that man's a monster. Holy shit. What are you linking, Bingley? Fully mounted combat. That'd be interesting for PvE. Ferret, I'm counting it. For sure. Bingley, I swear to God, if this is Knives' OnlyFans again. Is this Hammer? That's silly. Is there a giveaway going on? There should be. Exclamation point, what combat feature you think that they will introduce with the next Guild Wars 2 expansion in a year? Or in a year and a half? Or whenever it is? It's the small victories, right? I should play a PvP match, no reason. Nah, I'm good, dude. With that clip, I'm good. That's cool, though. That was definitely, what's it called? The coolest animated, my favorite animated skill in the game. Rupturing Smash, Unzerker. Updated underwater combat, I feel like it'd go pretty hard. It's gonna be nerfed soon. It's gotta. That's, what, like 50k? Dagger 4 properly combos into 5 because 5 is days, so you take... Okay, yeah. Yeah. The days will remove some boons and 4 also. Yep. It really again, they really showed... Maybe if you hadn't cropped the window to the smallest possible resolution, I could see that. This patch really showed a lot of understanding of not only Warrior, but, like, Thief and stuff. Like, stuff that's just like, very powerful. I highly approve of this patch. I really need to do a video on it, but it also means I really need free time. Yeah, Hammer on, or F1 on Berserker is my favorite animated skill. It's not my favorite skill to use in the game. That still goes to Ride the Lightning, but my favorite animated skill is definitely Rupturing Smash. You wanna fight? What's going on? I'm gonna attack you. What's this? Three times with heightened focus and, what's it called? Blood Reckoning. That man has logged out. Yeah, it's the Primal Burst for Hammer. Your favorite skill is Haboob. Great name. I really also like Pile Driver on Weaver. I think it's very cool. How would you gunflame 4 times? Oh, because the rifle resets the F1. That's crazy. I didn't know it actually reset your burst skills as well. I thought it was just your weapon skills. That's actually kind of psychotic. That seems a little cracked, actually. Yeah, I miss old Arc Divider. I hope they give, like, 2-hit Arc Divider back or something. I think 3 was too much, but I understand why they got rid of it, even though they never explained it, and they should have. I still think it should do, like, 1 hit, and then 1 hit out, like, inside the hit that does extra damage. You can just cosplay old Arc Divider. I wanna buff for when a heightened focus is available to be on your bar really bad. Because I don't like that it's not there. And it's very uncounterplayable for you and your opponent. It's just every other weapon swap. Get good. It's every other weapon swap until it's not. Because, like, what is it? What's 10 or 15? What is it, like 30 divided by 5 or 12? So it'd be every other weapon swap till, like, your 6th weapon swap or whatever. But it is basically every other weapon swap. All right, I'm clicking this button, chat. We got a bunch of gold to give away. I still owe 12 money as well. We have a Space War, Underwater Combat, ERP, always a good entry. I'm gonna make sure Fwog got an entry. If not, I'm gonna enter him manually. Shiro Mac has won with Space War. Congrats, dude. Character name or an account name or Whisper Salem. Say LEM. All one word before the end of the stream. Steak knives? Chill. I gotta... Like, I can't breathe, chat, so I'll be right back. I gotta deal with this, find some decongestants or some shit. I'll send you your money and then I'll be right back. How about that? I'm gonna send this from an alt account, though, so if you don't get it, let me know. And again, if you like it here, I am Pseudo. I do build crafting, theory crafting, lots of Bladesworn gameplay. Been trying other classes lately because I'm a piece of garbage. Can't mail you from an alt account because I didn't update it. Oh well, we're here now. I do giveaways every Monday, so if you like it here, feel free to sub, get the notifications. If you're not, don't worry about it. I don't do this for money, I do it for fun. My chat is extremely chill. We usually just hang out and talk about builds and such. Brief. Be right back. I can't mail 7k gold. I could only mail 7k gold to Ku Knives. That is an ironclad fact. Be right back. 1 second. Ah. Wipe my nose.
Talking to me, flickers in the back of my skull, red marquee memory, stuttering through the pull. All the world's a stage, spray painted on the station wall. Someone underlined rage, then crossed out small. I tear the margin from a midnight paperback, highlighted lines like tiny loaded guns. Every quarter fuse inside the black.
Jesus.
Sound like mine. Not all those who wander.
Didn't make my bed. Confused. Did it show it? This is my guest room. You want to see what my guest room looks like, chat? And make sure there's nothing horrible. Where I stole all my crap. Hang on. How do I turn this off? I've shown it before. I'm not gonna fuck with it. It's the fucking which is really funny because I have the computer on the ceiling in here. Just because I don't want to sleep with LED light, or else I'd have it in my room. I should move all my shit in here though. Like out of this room. No, we recently, I recently slept in here because of the smoke. My room has too many windows in it. And I was just like, I'm not dealing with this. This house is old, and it was like getting in through the windows because I have bad carpentry. It's a thing. Owning a house is a bitch, chat. Doing a bunch of debt, and it's all lies. I also have an issue with big grass. I've decided that grass is a scam. All the smoke from the Canadian wildfires is hitting New York. Guy. That's why I didn't stream that much last week. No, grass is a huge fucking scam, I'm convinced. It's there so that people mow their lawn so that they can feel accomplished without doing anything meaningful with their fucking lives. Yeah, it sucks. We need to unfuck Earth. Anyway. Did I manage to fucking take the be right back sign off? I did. This bed is made-ish. Blanket's just rumply. I slept in here on Saturday. What the fuck? That's mean. Dirt's cool. I'm trying to figure out what I would have instead of grass. I just feel like there has to be some kind of subspecies of grass that doesn't require mowing it. What's up, Deku? How are you? Dirt and plants. Like a giant mud pit. You could just have fake grass, that's true. I'm great. I love all these changes, man. They're so good. Some people do use clovers, I've seen that. Your uncle in Vegas has a rock lawn. I feel like in Vegas, having a grass lawn would be a flex. Ferret, that's 5. We need the daily PvP match. I've been thinking about it. When's this season end? We could do it. We could do it. Bingley will carry you. I'm bad at PvP. Bingley's good. You want the back piece, but you don't want to play PvP. That's fair. Isn't that like all your builds, though, they're all in? Or if you don't burst, you don't live? Yes. What's SNS/bow? Like 2 swords? I forgot what the PvP back piece came at, or requires, because it came out at a time when there was nothing else in the game, so I just did it. That was back with the old Heart of the Mist, dude. Old Heart of the Mist was wild. Oh, it requires playing the other professions. Yeah, get wrecked, dude. Come on, just play Condi Mirage for a year. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, guy. Embrace Condi Mirage. Oh, my fucking nose. Did I grab a gamer towel today? I did. Oh my god. Fucking nose, dude. But you're on it, but you haven't finished it?
I can hear the drums in the distance.
Huh.
I can feel the fear, the resistance.
Forget which professions I did. Because back in the day, I used to play Necro.
You might say
So I did Guardian, DH, like, because I played Guardian for Fractals.
is your instincts, don't think. Trust me, everything can change in a blink. Hearts
There's a lot of CC.
heart pounding. Hold
This is why I don't like the alternative build.
on, be shouting. This is war, you won't take me.
That's why I don't like running not Dolly X Signet.
It's just me, no saving. I'm the only one who could save me.
Yeah, what did you mean by SNS?
Stand tall, stay up, don't fall, give it everything you got. No fears, no walls, just fight, no lies, push yourself to
Can you not get the Fractal one free to play? Sword and Shield, got it. I feel like you could do Sword and Shield on both Spellbreaker and Paragon now. Bow might be a little tricky, but you might be able to cook some bunker stuff. What can't you do for the Fractal one? Or Oryx. Does Oryx must require like 500 cooking or something. I thought you got core masteries. I thought core masteries were with your, or I believe you because you've been running the free to play life. Oryx is Janthier. Oryx is Janthier, you're right. Weird. Today I'm learning. I need stacks, chat. I need to like play video games, Jesus. Wake up, chat. Grab your kids, hide your wife. We got video games to play. I'm gonna finish this off. I'm gonna lock in here on having fun. Yeah, can you not do the world versus world one? I don't believe you. Won't make me look this up. I won't. The reason I believe Guy is because, like, I believe that World vs. World PvP, PvE might be core, but there might be some weird limitations on free-to-play accounts specifically that prevent you from getting those. So, like, the masteries might be core masteries, but there's no way to buy the core game anymore, so you might not be able to actually craft the pieces that you need. Like, the content might be doable, but you might not be able to unlock the final, like, steps until you buy part of the game. That's why I think I might be right. And also because he's obviously been playing it. Because, like, stuff's changed, like, a million billion times. Yeah, I think... Well, I don't even know if you need a Heart of Thorns, Coolster. I think you might need just, like, what was it called back in the day? Like, the Deluxe Edition. So if you have, like, a Deluxe code, that's technically a version of the game that exists that you can't buy anymore. That's just, like, core, right? Yeah, I think everyone's conflating core and free-to-play in their head, including myself. Because I believe Guy because he's literally been doing it. Like, you might need something to unlock masteries, period, is my point. That's weird that it's only PvP. Maybe that's why so many people play PvP. Yeah. Because there's technically, like, the tiers of this game go, like, free-to-play, core, in quotes, Heart of Thorns, Path of Fire, End of Dragons, you know, all the other expansions, and then all the Living World stuff, including Icebreed Saga, which is now technically Living World Season 5, I think, because they've relabeled it. World vs. World is also available. Okay. Yeah, World vs. World would take a fuckload of time, but it would be technically an option, I think. But they did introduce them all, like, around the same-ish time, so yeah. I understand why people are confused. Either way, it's okay to be wrong about shit. I'm wrong all the time. It's wild being free to play. Yeah, there's a lot of limitations on accounts that people don't know about. Even just, like, even if you bought an expansion but are pre-level 80, like, if you don't use the boost, you actually don't unlock the Wizard's Vault, which is fucking insane. Like, yeah, there's a lot of items that aren't available on the trading post as well, because they don't want people, like, storing them, manipulating them and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of limitations. Because, like, the Wizard's Vault's a whole other thing. Like, I think it unlocks for free-to-play, but it doesn't unlock till level 80. So, that's a thing. I could be wrong about that. I'm sure they limit Ectos. If Ectos aren't limited, something is gone wrong with the world. Yeah, the Battle Pass is only, well, the Battle Pass in quotes. Which is smart, because if you buy like 900 alt accounts, but they're all free to play, you shouldn't have access to the Wizard's Vault. You have to spend some money to support the game to get that. Guy takes negative damage. See, that was a fully charged, basically Dragon Trigger 1, and it did 1,000 damage with the Condi trait. You do not deal damage. Okay, this guy is fucking immortal. How am I still getting dazed? Oh, it's a Spectre. Fucking Spectres, dude. Perpetual hitbox, hit scan damage. So fair. Yeah. Guys said you can get the World vs. World one. Probably just not the PvE one. I want to go back to the original build I was trying. Try this. When's Festival of the Four Winds? Have they said yet, chat? I'm real excited for that. Have a good night, Cool Knives. Thank you for joining. Oh. Oh, quick. Thank you for the follow like 10 minutes ago. Sorry I missed that. Hang on, I got a stretch chat. I have a chiropractic appointment tomorrow. I'm so fucking excited for. If you ever see me doing specifically that neck motion when I stream chat, it's because I'm trying to unlock my fucking neck because I'm actually like really crippled. And by really, I don't mean like it interferes with my life in any way, but my spine goes like this. And it's moderate to severe. So that's another reason why I work out religiously. Like a lot of people are like, oh, why are you so big into workout shit? It's like, because I want to be able to move when I'm like 80. So it's definitely a thing for sure that I've had to deal with. And also the reason I play on a controller. You're dropping frames, Jesus Christ. The pigs guy. Yes, to see Warbringer on a Norn. It's big. I can show you. She's a short Norn though. It'll do the size comparison. Sure. Superior performance at all it is. You want to like see it on this, like see it on the character? That might be tough. Hang on. Oh, that'll be easy because we have the temp tab now. Oh, never mind. JK. August 11th through September 1st. Sick. That's awesome. Yeah, he's big. He's big pile of metal. I like it. I wish you could dye the tassels, but I like it. We're good. I don't need to PvP, ever. Especially when Bingley's on. I don't know why it like loads your outfit that you don't have equipped. Very odd. This is 9. 9 is correct. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, no worries. If it's easy, I'll do it. Warbringer should... Like, it shoots out, like, rockets in the back. I've thought about gear that they could add that wouldn't, like, completely wreck the balance like that. I still think the best bet that we have for a new World vs. World map is if they add ley lines that have a minute-long cooldown to get back to the action. I think that would actually be incredibly hype, and I want to give Johnson the credit for that idea because he deserves it. Because for a lot of people, running back to the action is a huge barrier to World vs. World, and they find it really annoying. And I think if it was more like Deadlocked, but with a limitation on it, and they could, again, reuse shit that's already in the game, that would be a much less barrier to entry because people would see a way that they could potentially circumvent that at least a little bit. I just want all the, what's it called? Fucking jackals added as work lemmas. Let's get this for now. Motherfucker, play a good song. Thank you. Have to be at least 5 minutes. I'll compromise and say 3 minutes. How about that? Because mounts already ruined the, like, time back to engage thing. Like, balance is already fucked by mounts existing. They didn't make all the maps bigger when they introduced work laws. So... You used to want to get all 3 legendary backpacks and you're doing Ascension Village, you realize you ain't built for it. What's really weird is when they all came out, like around that time, I was a big PvE nerd and I started on the Fractal backpack, which I still think of the 3 is probably my favorite looking. But I never finished it because the Ascension was just so much fucking easier for me. World versus World Roller Beetle Week could be hype as shit. I'd be here for that. It's Renegade, Deadeye, Conduit. This Conduit does infinite damage and is using a scepter because he's the bravest man in the world. Good job, guys. And then if you get fast enough, you just knock people over. I'm so here for that. That sounds fun. Reaper, Renegade. Dropping inputs. I expect my controller to disconnect any second now. I still don't like the Shasha animation that's there. I don't really understand it. How is the new Mario Kart game? Is it good? Yeah, you probably do have an E-waypoint up. We have a couple commanders on this map. Oh, the Dolyak thing? Or is it a different race that's in Festival of the Four Winds? Yeah, I think Ascension is probably, in terms of time, the easiest to get, but most kind of gated because a lot of people don't like PvP. Is this guy gonna die? Are they dueling? They're dueling. Sick. Not Indigo Shadow Viper. Boom, he came over and was looking for blood. Oh my god. A commander that could drop an E-waypoint like once per night, I think, would be interesting. Like you get like maybe once per night or once per week, but then people would just have alts. There's no way to do that without it being busted, unfortunately. Is that a musical tune, guy? Alright, let's look for some fights here. Maybe we hop back over to Flog's Alliance and see what he's up to. Cathedral of Blood. Hello. Oh, it's the boys. It's all the boys. So many boys, chat. So many boys. You have a big EBGQ? That's tragic, truly. Trying to think if I should waypoint. Let's do it. Catch up with the Zerg. There aren't a lot of roaming fights out tonight on either alliance. I almost like the people were meaner on your matchup, Flog, but that we were at least getting fights. When I forgot I was queued with you. Here I feel like it's Zerg.exe. Yeah, see? Going to the store tomorrow. I also have to go to the store. I appreciate though. If you could pick me up a 7x6 pegboard, that would be really helpful. I need a new one for my barn. No, I found one. It's a really good deal. It's like 20 bucks. I was surprised it was that cheap. I was actually astonished. I was like, there's no way this is this affordable. I have egg rolls I gotta eat up. That's so weird. I need a bunch of wood. That's perfect. Oh no, let's go see what the Zerg's doing and then try to find more fights, I suppose. We could PvP. Honestly, we could. I'll take it under advisement. My people will call your people. I want to make sure I'm on the Condi build I want to try, though. I played the cello till I was like 16. There's no cello in game. Be ridiculous. No, we do have big instrument gamers though. Hummingbird's a very big bell enthusiast, and 12 plays a banging piano. I feel like auto-attacking this Firebrand is doing the most damage because it multi-hits. Also, Pocket Evoker is the skill I should have used to start. The piano's in the game now. Yeah, there's a piano and a drum set. Unfortunately, they're coded as, what's it called, chairs, so you still can't pull them out in World vs. World. I was really upset. You're doing riding lessons? Like, I hope for horses? It's interesting. I hope that goes well. I was always very bad at riding horses. Quite terrible. Quite terrible. Oh my god. This, though. Like, I went to a, after school care, like a, not a daycare, but an after school, you know, wait for your parents to be out of work to pick you up thing. When I was a kid, Ferret. And that's 6. And they had horses, and it was optional, you know, you could learn how to ride a horse. And I sucked at it. It's a miracle I didn't die. Tried for a while. It's like a year and a half. Elementalists are furious about the new profession piano receiving the buffs they long for. Maybe if the game goes long enough, we'll finally get Longbow on an Ellie. And all the Ellies can be happy. I just don't know what Ellie, like, Longbow does that fucking Spear doesn't. That hit him. I know that hit him. There we go. This is why I really love the fucking Condi version, because it lets you do hybrid damage that keeps ticking. It's actually huge in terms of Bladesworn's, like, balance and budget and stuff. It's so good. Give them Warrior's longbow, they'll love it. Warrior's longbow's literally a melee weapon. I just realized these have the obsidian weapons. Did they always have the obsidian, like obsidian hammer? They must have, since those came out. There's no way they like just updated this, right? There's no way. Do I need to get Roy on the phone? There's no way. Roy, did you just update the fucking camp guard weapons? Pseudo, shut the fuck up, I'm sleeping. Yeah, it's melee. It's not melee on the tin, but it's melee in how it's balanced. Bar. I think it was like 4 or 5 extra lives ago when I did the thing where like you could pay 25 bucks to read, you know, ask the balance devs a question that they may or may not answer, and they had a bunch of the OG balance devs on as well, like Hugh, and they read my question and answered it, and I said, what's up with Warrior longbow balance? And Hugh went on this whole like design thing because he was one of the OG Warrior devs where he described it as a melee weapon, but a good melee weapon, at least back in the day. And Cal went, well, these days not really, in terms of like his power level. But again, this was like 4 or 5 years ago, and that's the end of the discussion. But they basically described how it was kind of like how do I describe this? Kick was originally on the longbow kit, this skill, but it was so popular in the beta that they just made a utility skill. So like, if you kind of think about longbow in terms of like being a mid-tier like spacing, like very, very like, you know, just stay at arm's length from me weapon, it makes a lot more sense. Because the projectiles don't bug out. Like if Kick was on longbow's kit, it would make a lot more sense for the weapon these days, but it's not. So, I don't know. It's an interesting discussion for sure, and I don't dislike inherently that longbow is like a melee weapon, with the obvious exception being Scorched Earth on Berserker. Like, that is very much not a melee skill, but it's an interesting thing. Well, time to relog, Bingley. Give the opponent's war score. But yeah, in terms of design documents, Warrior's longbow is apparently a melee weapon. It was only fairly recently that Warrior got any kind of ranged option. And that was after Spear came out that Rifle was buffed. They were very, very reticent for a very, like, one of Warrior's design holes, if we're going to call it that, was it not having ranged options for a really long time, which made sense. It had very good melee options, comparatively. But everything else in the game really paced it really fast for a long time. It's catching up, though. It's doing a lot better these days. Yeah, and then Spear. Then Spear. Oh, that expansion. I don't know. If I could pick one expansion to delete the balance from, it would be either Janthe or Soto, but I don't know which one it would be. I don't think it would be Soto because I kind of came around on the shared weapons thing. I just really hate that they gave shield to Mesmer. Everything else is like kind of fine. Really want this one stack. But I don't know. That's another bug that I've kind of found is after you do a Dragon Trigger 2, your character will be like facing behind you when you're not really facing behind you. So if you mash like Gunsaber 5, it'll shoot you backwards. Spear was psychotically overtuned on release. It did so much effing damage. The auto attacks are explosions, so conceivably you could use it with overcharged cartridges. We could do some PvP. I'm kind of feeling PvP, chat, and I don't think we have like a super duper crazy queue. Walk back before Dragon Trigger 2 and you probably face back. Well, it still does here. And no, there's guys now. God damn it. All on my face, so they're gonna try to kill me. It's a Toadvoker. Disgusting. If you try to Dragon Trigger 2 or past something, it'll still flip you around at the end of it if you have the thing targeted. So I have a feeling it has to do with that coding. I feel like they've increased the number of warthogs here. Oh, one's a juvenile. I'm an idiot. Okay, PvP time. My eyeballs. I hurt. I want to make sure I have the right build. OG Rush Ring Smash might have had the same problem. I'm glad they fixed that. I'm also really glad they fixed the tracking on Spellbreakers like Dagger F1. And again, I need to do a whole video on it, but like, I can't think I did enough, even if it took 5 years for fixing a lot of this Bladesworn nonsense. Right, because it wasn't a full 360. So it would hit in a weird area. Hold back and it smashed backward. Okay, I could try holding nothing and maybe see if that fixes it. I was trying to figure out what, oh, it's Bingley. Hello. Trying to figure out what the coding for it would have been. That's what I wanted to run. Yeah, this is breathing right. I'm gonna be testing shit. I don't even know if we can queue together. My rating might be so trash that I can't queue with you. I think I'm 5-5 so far. Because I did like nothing this season. I could try it. I'm here to try. Maybe we can get Joppa. Well, we tried. Yeah, my placements, like, because I was just doing one a day because I was still coped up on that PvP dailies with the easiest. That's fine. I'm here for it. I will learn the hard way. It's unfortunate that diviners, like, I don't know, at some point I'd like to be able to run arms in a build and not have it feel like a huge meme. The only build that I've ever come up with that ran arms with any kind of seriousness is the OG Daring Dragon build that real ones will remember, and that was because the only way to get Dragon Trigger to do damage was to stack vulnerability on your target. And it had counterplay and it had options, and then they deleted it, and I'm sad. Maybe one day it will come back. Maybe one day. Because I could really only run one stun break on it, too. Although these days I would have space for two. Because the heal skill gives all kinds of adrenaline. So you don't need to run Signet Fury anymore. Troubadour wants none of this. Yeah, you can jump in Dragon Trigger stance. I'm having a really hard time unlearning all of my muscle memory with it. Because, let's see if I can get into combat with this guy and illustrate it here. I would always, whenever, the way my buttons are on my controller, it's not going to give me enough flow. It's going to be just outside. God damn it. The way my buttons are, I would always do 5 then 4, or 4 then 5, no, it's 5 then 4, and when I release my shoulder button, it does the input to jump. So I always accidentally jump and land and then cast the slash. Right now, that's the muscle memory I need to focus on relearning. So if you ever see me doing that, it's not deliberate, but you can actually jump and cast it. You just can't jump and cast the two. The other two you can. Or I guess you cast them and then jump, is how it works. A siege golem build site all the way out here. What you guys doing? I know Bingley's waiting for me to queue so he can fight me, so let's get that out of the way. conditioning the opponent. It'd be funny if that's their fix for being able to jump over Dragon Trigger 1. I do play on a controller. All my files are downloadable from the description of the YouTube videos. I primarily use a program called XPadder, which is what you see down there. Always have, probably always will. See how it goes. Yeah, we'll see. See. Mr. Short Miss Tree, if that is your real name. That's because that blind trade on Luminary's bullshit. God, that trait needs to die. I actually don't even think that it's that bad now that they, like, destroyed Luminary's virtues. I just really don't like how they nerfed Luminary. But I'm not God of Balance yet. Good to have life goals. One whiff of Condies and you die? That's good to know as a Condi Bladesworn. I'm curious to see if I can get away with running the Alacrity trait over the Might Gen trait in PvP. That pseudo didn't even play Ocarina of Time on a mouse and keyboard. He's Hylian. He's not even an elf. Good fight. Thank you. Look, to his credit, he attacked me. He pressed all his buttons. He weaved his weaved his what? Pressed a lot of buttons. It probably can't compete with mouse and keyboard, but I've gotten top 250 and I could have gotten higher if I'd given a shit that season. I don't think I will ever rival like mouse and keyboard, right? Because there's a lot of things on mouse and keyboard that you can do that you can't do on a controller just because the one thing I'm primarily limited by is turn speed, because a lot of games that are just designed for controllers have an acceleration curve that goes like this, basically. If you know what that is, it's basically how your camera accelerates. You can't really set that in the software I use, and it has to be set to your monitor dimensions, specifically to what monitor or screen size you use, which is also why I don't give a shit, like enough of a shit to try it, because I play on a handheld as well, and I have a lot of different like laptops, and I'd have to redo it for every one that I boot Guild Wars up on. But it probably can't compete. So like in terms of like actually aiming at your target or sticking on them, I like struggle with that, so I get kited a lot. But everything else I feel like is pretty doable. Alright. You can snipe my next game? You're assuming there will be a next game. Oh, we're fighting Joppa. No, I'm kidding. I think it's so weird they nerfed Evoker in World vs. World chat. It's so weird. You have 2 Deadeyes on your team? Enjoy your insta-win. That thing does infinite damage. The Eternal of Bastion of the Penitent? What fucking title is that? That's insane. That's so many letters. Alright, chat. Giveaway time. Exclamation point, what your favorite skin is in the game. Of anything. No, I know what wing it is. I just don't know. That's like so many letters. I didn't know it was that long. Exclamation point, any skin that you like in the game. It could be a legendary. It could be a mount. It could be the starting sword. You must be followed on Twitch or subbed on YouTube to enter. You're welcome to follow, unfollow. It's just how my bot works. Wog has entered with a Shushadu. All of the Suwon weapons. Good choice. True Metal, the weird dual barrel RNG ectoplasm pistol. I hate that that's in my brain. This is a super sweet wing. It's crazy. Okay. There's no virtuoso in this game, so I don't just get an auto win, unfortunately. I have not yet played this in an actual match, which is horrifying. I'm going to assume Amalgam is still broken as shit. Fuck, didn't mean to do that. Oh, I have the wrong stance on. I shouldn't have had Doliak. Well, it's not that big a loss. I should have 4 stances. No bubble wand. So far. Shimmering Aurora Sword. Oh, I know that one. Yeah, that's a good set. I'm glad they added spears and stuff from those sets. Great song for this, right? See, it just did it. It just did it. It just did it. So it's if you have somebody targeted at all while you use Dragon Slash 2, it'll flip you around. Very interesting. Okay, we're learning. We're learning useless knowledge that I should never learn. Go far, be fat. Go far, be fat. Go far, be fat. Pop gun. What? What? Oh, I don't have charge. Shit. I was trying to flicker step up the wall. It didn't work. Cool. It was very convenient of him. Nice of him to die off the point. Bro, just because you have skills on your bar doesn't mean you need to press all of them. I love that it's red because I'm a child. Did he have 20 stacks? I didn't see. Oh, come on, do it. Don't like Untames because it's a bad matchup for me. They also seem to have fixed the tracking on Sword 3 or Sword 2 guy. You know how Rangers was always just like better than Warriors? I think they fixed it. And it's the same now. Oh, I really wish that hadn't canceled Defiant Stance. Art Cloud too strong. Bifrost is a good pick. Trying to look at chat and playing the game is fucking impossible. Thank you for the assist, my guy. Thing needs to die because it's a fucking ranger, and ranger's downstate is OP. Having actual ranged attacks is incredible. That still doesn't hit from up there. That's interesting. Sword 2 is still trash for you? I'm sorry. I think it's better. Maybe I'm coping. And flip me around there. That's pretty good. Not hating the alacrity trait. I know this isn't the play. I shouldn't be fighting over a point I don't have, but I just want to kind of fight the Untamed because it's been one of my worst matchups historically, and I want to see how it does now. Very selfish of me. Jesus. You get all that stability. That's illegal. I'm doing great in this match, thank you. Try. No, they didn't buff the numbers, they just moved the bleeding. I think the tracking is better. I think they made the Sword 2 tracking the Sword 3 Ranger tracking. I could be wrong. Ow, I'm getting amalgam, chat. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just telling you stuff. I could be wrong. I could be spreading misinformation on the internet. Don't worry, it's fine. Again, all their unannounced bug fixes and stuff, love to see. Dude, I could stand toe to toe with like amalgams and like Untameds and shit. I play on a controller, yeah. Always have. Little thing down there. And grab all my files and you two can play on a controller. That was fun. Exclamation point your favorite skin in the game, chat. I'll give you 2 more minutes and then we'll do a drawing. For 50 gold to 100 gold if you're a Prime sub or anything like that. Don't know how to... Now be able to get 3 clones on Chrono before the first disappears? Am I beating people on controller? I don't know. I'm just playing on a controller. Grinning Shield's a good entry. What is this sweet ring? Is it like a donut or something? Am I gonna get banned? A later project. It's a little less than the super sweet ring. Okay. Alright. Let's do this drawing, chat. Actually, you have like a minute. Oh, that song blows. I'll take some of the more trash songs off this playlist. Wait. Wait. Huh? Why am my weekly still PvP? No! Fuck. Damn it! I bet I did this and I just clicked the box and didn't like unclick this. Shit. I bet I went like this and it like or something. God damn. Alright, whatever. This game sucks. Couldn't agree more. Let's all go play Final Fantasy 67. Jesus. Alright. What else we got? Get an entry in, Fang. Also, what's up? Let's go see Sea Monster's progress. New to the game, was asking for a warrior guide, and a YouTuber recommended me. Well, I mostly play Bladesworn, but we have a lot of warrior players on the channel, so... And Bladesworn's a warrior specialization, so... Be happy to ask you any questions, Lynn. Or ask you any questions, sorry, answer any questions you have. If you're looking for a basic warrior guide, there's better channels, like my friend Silhouette will have a very good PvE, like, open world. What's the entry question? Favorite skin in the game. Exclamation point, your favorite skin. Also, if you're new to the game, what's your account, Lynn? I'll shoot you some money if you feel comfortable sending it to me. See, I'm like dying. Yeah, if you want some like a care package of welcome to the game, I'd be happy to send it to you if you're new. Yeah, give me your character name or your account name. Whenever you can, I'll send you some money. So Engineer and Warrior are actually very similarly balanced, and the trait lines are very similar. So if you liked Engineer but feel better on Warrior, then you're probably on the right track. Yeah, Silhouette has a bunch of like PvE guides, but I could definitely give you bad Warrior advice for World vs. World PvP and stuff. Yeah. You need a level 40 sword? Well, you'll be able to buy it with this. What's your account name or your character name? Or you can whisper Salem, S-A-L-E-M, if you don't feel comfortable with that. You ready for the next match? Well, I've got to do a giveaway here. I was having so much fun on Amalgam toward the end of our stream the other day. Like, I feel like I got it to a good place. You just finished the main story in the base game for the first time? I still haven't finished the amulet stuff. They are gonna fix the Zaitan fight, by the way. They're gonna go back and improve it. Oh, Len, no, give me your account name. Yeah, if anyone's new, I'd be happy to send you money and stuff. It's not a, like, I know your people aren't out here asking for money, and I have people who come to the stream and beg for gold, I don't send it to them, but anybody new, if you're chilling in chat, just like vibing, I'm happy to help you out. I think I can afford it. I think we'll be okay. Somehow. Yeah, I think the coffers can spare it. Yeah, it's fine. Fang bullied me into it. That's so much more, Fang! Alright, fine. I usually do it for 18 slot bags and 50 gold. Just because I don't want to, like, shortcut the experience for them completely. You're new, you're not. You also had, like, 9,000 gold before you quit the game. I told you not to do that. Yeah, check your mail. No. Len, if you want to give me your character name as well. Never had that at once. I don't get mail suppressed because I'm an ANET partner. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Alright, let's do this drawing, chat. While Lennox F wrestles with the moral quandary of giving me a character name. Hey, it is other guy. He won with super sweet ring. Let's go. Let's go. Have I finished my placements? I think I just finished my placements. It'll tell you no if you're too far apart, Bingley, though, even in your placements. Super sweet ring never. I'm gonna assume this is you. Are these the right numbers? 19, whatever. The update do anything good? Dude, you don't even know. Okay, probably. Well, this person's getting the 50 gold. We have a lot of ladies in the guild. Like, I think there's probably at least 6 people, not in VOA anymore, but on my friends list that are just lady dot numbers. Yeah, Fang's a pretty lady. Oh no, I definitely not on the leaderboards. Full Beast gave up on it watching play Bladesworn. Are you sure it's Len? How did you get Len if you're new? That's insane. Are you sure your character is just Len, L-E-N-N? Reaper is very strong in PvP right now. Yeah, Bladesworn is very much its own thing. It doesn't feel or play like any other warrior class. So I wouldn't get too hung up on it. But you kind of just need to feel out what's good for you. Like, go to the, again, people, there are a lot of moving pieces in this game for a new player. So my best advice is go to the PvP lobby, turn off chat, and just hit golems on different things, like, because it'll unlock all the specializations and stuff, and go on vibes. Don't go on, like, what is the strongest or what people are saying is meta or whatever. Just go on, like, what you think looks cool and what you're enjoying to play. Like, if you're not, you know, something's not going into your brain, like Chronomancer didn't for me, don't worry about it too much. I'm gonna whisper you, Len, and see if this is really your account. It's you, Len. Okay, that's why I was like, there's no way you just got Len if you're a new player, no offense. Power Spectre's good. I'm gonna send you a hi. There we go. That's a person. Can't believe I gave you 50 gold. I don't know why. What am I gonna do with 100 gold, dude? I've played this game for 13 years. I'm gonna sit on it and put it up my butt like a dragon. Like, people, I don't want to go down that road. I don't want to, like, call people out or anything. People can do what they want with their money, but, like, if you have 1 million gold in a video game and you're not, like, I don't know, helping people who also enjoy and possibly financially support the video game you love, like, just, like, I don't know. There you go. Do something nice for somebody in a game that you're good at. You know, get somebody into a hobby you're good at. Pay it forward, that's all I ask. Do I have 1 million? No, I have 7,000 right now. Number go up, yeah. Number go up and then you die and you can get buried with all your imaginary gold. You're a returner as well, PD? Sure. Character name or an account name. Oh, design flaw. Give me your cane. We're helping everybody out today. Yeah, no worries. Like I said, just pay it forward. We need design flaw and we need PD. I'm checking PD though. I recognize that name. I could be wrong now. Bingley, you can have all the random crap in my inventory. How about that? Okay, PD is new. Or at least what I would consider to be new. PD was not lying. Just pay it forward, guys. Like, again, I don't do this bullshit for money. I do this for fun. Yeah, no worries. Help somebody else out. Do something good. Rescue a kitten. Donate some of your time. Yeah, I've funded people's newer players when they're, like, unlocking the Griffin and stuff. Oh my god. Who else do we need? We need Design Flaw. Design Flaw, if you want to give me a character name, I'll shoot you some money too. Bingley, I did promise to have, he can have all the garbage that's in my inventory. So Bingley can have these Omnom berries. This coarse leather section, this raspberry. Not these mystic coins. Those are quite good. You can have this dragon coffer that will for sure, and you can have this zucchini. Bingley, are you not on my friends? I was like, there's no shot. If you're level 41, don't worry about getting weapons too much. Like, this game doesn't really open up or start till you get to, like, level 80. So, it's, like, when you're leveling, like, you kind of just want to... You can level all the way pretty much with the starting gear. Don't worry about getting, like, weapons that are your level. This game is really just a non-traditional MMO. It's just kind of like that. Yeah, no worries. Hey, if you want money, I'll give you some design flaw. If you don't worry about it. I have a one-person queue, chat. What are you not going to financially recover from, Nat? Is a design flaw your name? Is this your name? Or do I need to scroll up? Oh, I got you. Bro, 9,000 people are talking to me. Oh, the zucchini. It's true. Nice stream. I hope you had a good time. I'm a real e-girl streamer. I have the same emotes I've always had. You've just never seen them or used them. There's even one of the hamster attacking a shoe from, what's his name, Captain Crapface's channel. I love that thing. I need to figure out how to make it loop. Oh, I do need to put the emojis over on YouTube. That's something I could do. I can put that on the list. Hit the G-chat. Very big fan of swords, and you like Weaver's idea in the future, and you want to PvP World vs. World. I hope everything I mentioned is good. You're allowed to like what you like. Weaver just got the biggest buff it's ever gotten in the game. Video from me that I can recommend you. I can give you a Berserker build. I'll link back since we've had a couple people talking about it if you want a PvP and stuff. Chat might beat me to it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Lim, if you get into World vs. World, like, wait till you get to level 80, jump into World vs. World, and then this guy, where is he? Chat, where's the Nerd McGillicuddy in this Borderland? Look for this golem at the spawn point, this Tide guy, because this guy has exotic stat selectable gear for everything. You can pretty much just use the gear that this guy sells for everything in the game. You don't need to worry about Ascended or Legendary or anything like that. And then if you're working on like a specific stat set or something like that, just go to this dude and grab the stat selectable version that he has. Avengers Doomsday has a trailer? Jesus Christ. Thanks, YouTube. Yeah, careful with the weights. By heavyweight. That's a good point. Hang on. I have to go dox my own fucking YouTube channel. Hang on, chat. Sorry. Okay with doing a just chatting section of the stream now. Show how to select chat's place? Sure. So you go here, you know, play World vs. World a little bit, you get Badge of Honor, you buy, like, you know, a heavy exotic helm. It's now in your inventory. This helm right here, there we go, this thing. You right click, you go customize, and then say my build requires, like, Diviner's stats. Boom. It now has Diviner's stats, and you would go equip. Also see what it looks like. Yeah, full Celestial's fine for 90% of the stuff in the game. Don't worry about it too much. They give you that for a reason. This game is meant to be extremely accessible. Extremely accessible. Celestial's fine for now. If you want to get into like raids or fractals or World vs. World, you're going to want to start looking up builds, but Celestial Gear gives you all the stats in the game for PvE for a reason. It doesn't give you concentration and expertise in World vs. World. Sorry, I'm trying to find this chat. I'm gonna need to go through all my videos. Jesus Christ. There we go. Oh, that's the wrong section. Nope, that's not the wrong section. What the fuck? Yeah, where's this build from like a year ago? By a year ago, I mean like 3 years ago. There it is.
Hello.
I'm gonna make sure that
Defensive
the gear's
booms
still
to dodge
good on
offensively,
this.
but roughly a third close. You'll 10 seconds with fast hands.
Gear. Yeah, this is fine. So if you want a world versus world berserker build, I'd go check this out. It's been nerfed a little bit since I made this video, but it's still fine. Still actually incredibly powerful. And that'll play like most warrior classes. And if you want to get into world versus world at all, I'll find one more build and then we'll get back to it. Yeah, Selly Stealth can pump serviceable DPS, but we don't want to like start talking about DPS and stuff. Because I don't want to overwhelm the new people. If they have questions, I feel like they'll ask. Maybe that's wrong of me. Here's a kind of starter guide to world versus world.
So you want a world
That's 'cause
versus
you're a bad
world?
person, Dream. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, if you're here and you are new and you have questions, please feel free to ask. Like, half of the reason I'm streaming, there's the World vs. World intro guide in chat, is to disseminate my useless fucking knowledge to people. So it does help. Don't worry about farming for ascended gear. Design flaw. You, from the Wizard's Vault, every 30 days, you can get 3 pieces of armor and 1 ascended weapon. Just get all your ascended gear from the Wizard's Vault, and then worry about getting the trinkets. Do not worry about trying to grind out crafting professions or armor or weapon smithing or anything like that. Like for now, for starting, just get your stuff from the Wizard's Vault. It refreshes every 3 months. And you can see the time till the next refresh in the special tab. So we have 42 days. Nope. Every 42 days it'll refresh. And yeah, you really only need it for like endgame PvE stuff. If you want to stat max in world versus world, it's fine to have goals. No, that's a fair point. Like a lot of people, there's no signpost that says that refreshes. I could actually give that point of feedback. I don't think there's a signpost that says it refreshes anywhere in here, right? It says daily, 20 hours, 40... We go to the shop, does it say when it refreshes? No. It should. Yeah, it definitely should, right? That would make a lot of sense. It's not a for sure thing. It's a very likely thing, though. Who's mailing me? Send mail. Since you're handing out gold, never found someone to pay it forward to. Returning generosity. Since your gold helped me drive towards these activities and keep it instead of sending it back, give it out, of course. I'll tell you what I'll do. Thank you, Juki. You did not have to do that. I'm going to put this in the giant pile of mystic coins we have, and I'll give this out as part of the party. How about that? Yeah, no worries. I try to help. I just try to help people out, man. That means a lot. That's very nice of you to try to pay that back. You did not have to do that. I will put that to good use. Thank you, sir. Alright, back to it, chat. Wake up. VOA using Discord for the other one. So I nuked the Discord when my Discord got hacked, guy. I'm trying to give it to the fewest number of people as possible. We still have the Discord, which you should be able to see in the message of the day. If you really want it, you can have it for guild missions, but I really only give it out for that right now. Because I load Discord. Yeah, I load Discord with every portion of my being. Yeah, they're on Saturdays at 9. And Tom runs them, and he's great. I'd like to go back to TeamSpeak, but TeamSpeak still hasn't gotten their shit together, so they don't have, like... What's really weird is, like, TeamSpeak 5 and 6 are basically vaporware, but they all have all the, like, features of Discord. It's just that they're only ever live for, like, the 8 nanoseconds that the people who run Discord or TeamSpeak want to test them for. It's really fucking strange. Oh, Tom's wonderful. I have no idea why he still runs guild missions, but he does, and I have like 20 to 30 people that show up every week. He's the guy in or on Guild Wars 2 Efficiency with the most guild comms, by the way. Yeah, that's why I still run the guild, man. It's because people are nice. I wouldn't be doing this nonsense, you know, just for an ego. I try to not, especially because I, you know, before I got ANET partnered, I was running one of the biggest PVX NA guilds. It was arguably a lot more active, but there were more and less MMOs. Anyway, it was like, I just enjoyed it, and I do it for the people. I don't do it for an ego thing. I find a lot of streamers have their guild, and then this was way before I started streaming that I was a guild leader, so I guess that's why it's like guild first, streamer second. Yeah, we only have one rule. No political or religious nonsense in guild chat. And it seems to work out quite well. Hello! Juan, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Well, not always. Sometimes Colosso gets drunk, but it's pretty good. We got another giveaway to do, Chatter. Did I already? No, I definitely did a giveaway, and we just gave a whole bunch of money to new people, so I guess that evens out a little bit. Let's get some more hype music going here, though. Yeah, you can also stat change a gear on Ascended. Sorry, you can stat change Ascended gear with a recipe, which is another thing the game does not tell you, and it's not explained at all anywhere. So if you're worried about getting the right stats on Ascended gear, you have. And you can only do that on weapons and armor, not trinkets. Although some trinkets you can, not to confuse you. But if you have, like, you know, rabid, whatever, statted Ascended gear, there is a way to change it to, like, Berserker gear for PvE, for instance. Ones from the Wizard's Vault. I thought the ones from the Wizard's Vault could be changed, but it was weird. Like, you had to, like, change the item itself. I know the Wizard's Vault has fully selectable stats. I was trying to think of if you could stat change it. I mean, we could science that right now. Yeah, I was like, you're definitely on the wrong server, Dream. Aren't inscriptions? So you're gonna want the inscription. Inscription is one thing, insignia is another. One's armor, one's weapons. So insignias are for armor. Yeah, inscriptions are for weapons. So if you're trying to do weapons, then you're gonna need that. I don't know if you're already doing the right thing. It's boots, it wouldn't show as an item. It might be bugs, but I can try it. Hang on. That's good knowledge for me to know. I'll test it when I'm done trying to take this tier 2 camp. I'm greeting it though with rifles, so it's gonna be a bit. Can't talk, dying. Sorry. Yeah, chat. If anyone's new or has any questions, feel free to ask. Don't die. I'm working on it. It's hard with all the smog, but we're doing better this week. Bro, the color of the sky was the biggest thing. It was like the So we had a full total solar eclipse here in literally in upstate New York. It was actually one of the most magical things that I've experienced in my life because it happens in the course of like 3 minutes where it goes from like perfectly light outside to fucking pitch black, like middle of the night darkness, to light again, and all the animals like will start, you know, the crickets will come out, like all the animals like change. It's fucking weird, dude. If you ever have in your life the ability to experience a total solar eclipse where you live on the earth, like go do it. It's something you are not going to be able to pay to experience. It's fucking crazy. And your body as an animal starts reacting like this is fucking wrong. Like you're like, okay, just something like that happening that fast and the temperature shifting and shit. You're something as an animal. You're like, this is wrong. And it's wild to have happen. And that's kind of what I was experiencing last week with the smog, where the sky was yellow. And I was like, why is the sky yellow? Is this in celebration of Warrior getting balance changes or what, dude? Like, can you chill, you know, like on this? It was very, very much a thing. I am astonished I have not gotten killed yet. They are neat. And I'm glad I did it too. Because I wasn't going to go outside and I was like, all right, fine, I'll fucking do it because I'm literally right here and people are driving hours to do this, so I might as well not be a piece of shit and like go outside my house, and I'm glad I did. Yeah, no Sundering Leap for King of Fires procs. Oh, on the build, on the Berserker build. I think Sundering's on that. Sundering's definitely on that. It was Sundering, Bull's Charge. Oh, on the Bladesworn build? Yeah, I know, right? Really missing out. Multi-classing one day. What was I gonna do? Jesus Christ. I was gonna test the Wizard's Vault stuff. Hang on. I think I have enough Astral Bucks to buy a piece of gear. Armor. Wizard's Vault Ascended Armor Chest. I don't. Tragic, truly. Do I have any in my fucking storage? Okay. Wizard's Vault Ascended Armor Chest. Now keep in mind these are old, so I might be wrong. There. Natural... We'll change our breasts, chat. Natural breastplate. Breastplate? Jesus, fuck my mouth. And SCRI. Weapons. We need armor, right? This is insignia. So you need the level 80 version. We'll go... Berserkers should really be a word. Make sure you're getting the level 80 version. So we'll do that. And I need a... Do I have any anthologies of heroes? Your mother hears me talking like that. I'm sorry. Tell your mother I say hi. Sorry. What are we doing? Anthology. Do have some stocked up. I'm a hoarder, chat. This is for science. And then we need Ecto, which I actually don't have a lot of. And I'm embarrassed that that recipe is in my brain somewhere. Okay, boom. So I will stat select this as well, just to make sure. Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll check it before and after. So boom, 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 boom. Well, it definitely works when you can stat select it. And we'll choose, almost chose Berserkers. That would have been great. We will check this. So you can definitely stat change them. Yeah, you can definitely stat change them. I didn't do this to like call you out. I wanted to make sure. Make sure you're buying the right inscription or insignia. So this one is the one you want. Like the exotic version. If you looked up. Because you probably did everything right. There's just like 9 million items in this game. so it's really hard. Yeah, blessed plate for sure. Yeah, try reloading the instance. Make sure you have all the items. Make sure you have 5 ecto. Try clicking them in a different order. Yeah, this game is fucking fantastic, but there's so many esoteric things. Like, I'm not blaming you. There's so many esoteric things in this game that you would have no idea, like, you know, what am I doing wrong? Like, and then you just feel like, oh, well, I guess I'm the idiot. And that's a really big quit point for you, probably, as a player. Whereas you're probably not doing anything wrong. Like, you did all the steps, you went to the wiki and stuff. It's just, there's no real way, because the game's 14 years old, to signpost any of that. You know what I mean? So you gotta have stuff to ask. See you, guy. Have a good night. Make sure to get the money out of your mail. Sleep well, my dude. I look forward to hearing your feedback when you get to End of Dragons, if and when. Yeah, I'll see you in 4 months. Maybe they'll get the Grandmasters changed. I can use this. I can do some inventory management. I'm kind of in. All of this homesteading stuff is because I want to make Rivendell. It's all right. And they may have changed it too. Like the Wizard's Vault, like Ascended crap that I had might have been the old versions. Because I just pulled that out of my bank. I didn't get that directly from the vault, but... The stacks of 250 items are homesteading supplies. Homesteadings are like... Or homesteads are mini guild halls. It's all like basically account-bound materials for crafting decorations. But because I need a lot of them, I can't put them into my storage. The queue is really, really, really good, Dream. You should go look up what they changed. Or the patch. Fuck my brain. The patch was really, really, really good. You asked what changed, and they unfucked Bladesworn, and then they further unfucked Bladesworn today. It's really, really, really cool. So, the person that made this Rivendell homestead, Danny, also made a pirate-themed one, but she said she's not giving it out because she likes that one better, and it's more like, I don't know, personal for her, so, which is fair. But she's actually the one that's done, if you ever see the person that makes, like, those incredible things on Reddit, like, I made, you know, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon or whatever, I reached out to them, and they were like, I was like, can you do some stuff for the guild hall? But the decoration, because I wanted to pay them to do it because it's incredible, but the decoration limit in guild halls is so restrictive that they couldn't really build anything in there. But in celebration of Guild Wars 3 announced, she released the XML file for Rivendell, so... I was like, well, I don't have the patience for this, but I would like a cool homestead, so that's what I've been working on. They're not even buffs, Dream. They're not even buffs, like, legitimately. We just got a Condi option, and they fixed some of the bugs. They're not even buffs. Like, Bladesworn's about power level is basically where it was pre-patch. Yeah. I didn't mean to call you out like what you wrote, but it's unironically huge. Like, basically what it has now is a damage variety and class and build variety. And the skills fucking work. Sort of. As much as skills can work in this game. Which is great. Like, that's the order that I wanted them to fix it in, right? Like, I didn't want them to just go like, here's shitloads of damage, let's never talk about the bugs or fix them. Or, like, I wanted the skills to work, then we can talk about design, then we can talk about balance. Yeah, it's great, dude. It's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. Like, everything they did, I can't stress. I need to make an ArenaNet a video because, honestly, after bitching about it for 5 years, they deserve it. Like, they deserve a pseudo doesn't just dunk on them about this skill doesn't work lol video. Because they really seem to put in effort. And it changes the gunsaber colors, which is I'm ecstatic about. Which is fucking incredible, because I am a child. Design flaw. I get you. Ain't it likes me? I wouldn't go that far. I would just say I was patient enough. Because what they asked for was calm, constructive feedback. And that shit takes, like, chat. I don't know if you know this. Any kind of progress is actually slow. Like, progress is a pain in the foot. Like, you don't go to the gym once and then you're jacked. Like, progress is slow, it's annoying, it's a pain in the ass. And if you want actual meaningful progress that's going to last, it's going to take time. 5 years? Maybe not that long, but still, they did it. What stacking sigil do I have on? Stars. Almost always stars. Stars is the best just mathematically by far and away, and Selly food is better, the best food, and then the 3% foods or the utility item are the best. Where are the fucking fights? Jesus. I think they just listen better now, in general, to everybody. Like, I'm not the only one that had a lot of, like, legitimately really good things happen in these past few patches. Like, Guardian got a stun break on their F3. I think that's incredible for everything that isn't Willbender, because thank God Willbender didn't get it. Yeah, no, it's a really good time to play Guild Wars 2. Make all the leap skills ground targetable? I mean, a lot of them are. Sundering Leap is, Dragon Trigger 2 is now. I kind of like that Sword 2 isn't. I don't know, I feel like there's so many, like, you can just jank, like, ground targeted skills so easily. But I get you. If that's your playstyle, or if that's you come from a different game, I can see why forced movement would really get up you. But again, this game is incredible for options, like, Jesus Christ. Look at this shit. People wanted to play this game on a controller for some reason. Ooh, we're taking SMC. I gotta tag something. It gave a lot of oomph to people wanting to play the game. The weird thing is the Guild Wars 3 announcement was really double-edged for a lot of people. A lot of the people that played the game for a while, I mean, I have the video on my channel. You can go watch it right now of, like, the cycle of grief that I went through of them, like, announcing Guild Wars 3, but even after I made that video, like, them coming out and answering so many questions of them being like, you know, all in straight face saying, we're not going to stop supporting Guild Wars 2, we're going to go back, and them clarifying that they're going back to expansions plural, like, after Guild Wars 3 releases, like, what other fucking studio would do that, right? Like, nobody. Nobody would ever even try to do that. Ain't it fucking goated right now? Cannot stress that enough. What controller am I using? The Elite Series 2, but I wouldn't recommend getting one. I think there's many much better controllers that you could get at for half the cost. The only reason I use the Elite Series 2 is because it's what I had. And it's the first one that really started doing paddles or buttons on the bottom. Like, the reason I use it is because it has these. But there's a lot of other controllers that now also have 4 buttons on the bottom. I've had to replace the left stick in this controller twice while it's been out of warranty. And right now, getting parts for anything is a nightmare. So I wouldn't recommend it. Parrot, true. I think that was paper roll. That's 7. At least that's what they're saying. If you go with what they did, Guild Wars 2 could be Guild Wars 3 to Guild Wars 1. Yeah, they could just, like, fucking do nothing. But they've also started reinvesting in Guild Wars 1. We'll see. Again, you know, if I'm completely wrong and I'm just glazing them, judge them by what they do. That's what I've always said. Was that a ferret mount? Yep. We count ferrets. We count how many ferrets that happen. The ferret's for the Warclaw, which is the kitty. You unlock it in Janther Wilds, or you can unlock it in World vs. World. If they're smart, the ferret will be back in the gem store starting tomorrow, so you'll have your chance to unlock it. Ferret, that's 8. Or is this the same ferret? I need to know. No, it's the same ferret. We don't duplicate ferrets in this house. Dude, if you're excited for Guild Wars 2, just fucking enjoy this week, man, because we're getting a World vs. World rush, and World vs. World rushes are so fucking fun. Like, it's so good. The ferret also has custom animations. Also, I still own 012 money. Jesus. A platypus would go hard. The saber fluff is goated, for sure. All right, chat. Exclamation. That's a great question, actually. What animal would you like them to do a mount of? Like, what animal do you want? Like a frog, a platypus? Exclamation point the animal in chat. If any of you write human, you're a weirdo. I'm not judging, but you're a weirdo. And we'll do that drawing a horse. Fucking good joke, dude. What's a horse? A seahorse would be funny as fuck just because of the implications of them never talking about horses. Like, they'd have to write horse on something in the game, though. I can't tell if I like this version better or worse than the other version that I made. Seahorse Springer? How would that even work? Oh my god. You like my opposing view? I think that people just... the reason that people don't like this patch, Templars, and I don't want to... Like, I haven't watched the video, I don't know what Valen thought, but like, I think that people are used to ArenaNet putting out patches that are just mega ultra overtuned, where they just buff the shit out of everything, and talking to Soup has really put a lot of... I have a friend named Soup, for context. Of course I fucking do. It's really put a lot of like ArenaNet's balance cadence in perspective for other classes, where things like Spectre, things like Bladesworn, things like Tempest are like really well balanced now, but people only remember the ultra giga mega OP versions of them that were out on release. So every time a balance patch happens, everyone's like, oh, they're gonna buff it, and then they don't. And like, this patch was an absolute balance patch, I would say. Normally when ArenaNet puts out a patch, they haven't cooked on it nearly as long as they did for this last patch that came out last Tuesday. But this is what I would truly define as a balance patch, where a lot of things did get buffs, a lot of things did get nerfs. I understand almost everybody's complaints with this patch, except for all the people whining about the rifle removal on Deadeye. That needed to go. Sorry, complaining. Because again, losing a playstyle sucks, right? I don't want to pretend it doesn't. Daring Dragon needed to go, and we lost that, and I was a bitch about it, but we still lost it, and it was good for the game. It was absolutely a balance patch, and everybody was really expecting, especially with the way they previewed it and maybe framed it, mega ultra buffs for things like Bladesworn. But they really didn't do that. They really just, like, added Might to Druid, gave Deadeye a build that isn't just the worst thing to fight ever, like, stuff like that, right? So, again, no context, haven't watched his video, but I can understand why people would think that. There is a Phoenix. There's a Phoenix Griffin. But this was a very good balance patch, and that's honestly another video I should do. Small ship for the skimmer? Why not a skimmer for the boat? Exclamation point frog if you want a frog raptor. There's a chicken raptor. Chicken griffin go hard. No, this was the biggest and probably best balance patch we've gotten in fucking years. No, for sure. And the great thing about this patch is it gave them design space where things aren't mega super stupid overtuned for both Bladesworn and Weaver to do more drastic things. Like, they can screw with Bladesworn's Grandmasters, and if they do, though, it'll probably be psychotically overpowered without just ruining the class now. Because a lot of the work they did with this patch was groundwork to try to unfuck a lot of its issues. Now, if they're going to do something else to Bladesworn, they might tune up a couple of the utility skills and they'll fix a Grandmaster. and I guarantee that Shieldmaster will get deleted, or Shieldmaster will now be an option that you have to spec into on Bladesworn. Which warrior spec do I recommend you try first? Core. Core warrior is the most warrior you're gonna get. If you're talking about elite specializations, if you want to learn the class, probably Spellbreaker. Spellbreaker will teach you about combos and setups and stuff. Both Spellbreaker and Paragon are kind of Core Warrior Plus, where they just add ways to actually do damage on the class. Berserker and Bladesworn especially, Bladesworn's not a warrior spec. It may as well be a completely different thing, which is why I play it. It's weird. Berserker is in many ways a warrior specialization and in many ways not, because you really only use your adrenaline as a resource bar to go into Berserk mode. You can do core bursts, which are good. Yeah, Paragon's fine then. I would do Spellbreaker or Paragon. They're both basically just like core warrior with more shit. Berserker and Bladesworn are very, especially Bladesworn, but Berserker and Bladesworn are very different in terms of the way they are designed and play. A flying carpet for the skimmer would be cool. Dude, get your entries in, chat. What would you like them to do as a mount skin? Hello, Mr. PvP noob. Hello. Be happy to answer any questions you have. I'm glad you're enjoying the game. Yeah, you'd think Spellbreaker's a healer. It's not. I almost guarantee this is fucking paper roll. Because he's... If they... 12 million people chasing him on Druid. There's 12 million people chasing me on fucking Bladesworn. Paragon's the healer. Bladesworn is also weirdly a healer because ANET wants it to be. Don't ask. No, you'd think Spellbreaker would be the healing support class. Is Berserker not just core warrior with a second power level? Not really. You kind of have to, especially these days, you have to choose whether or not you want to go into Berserk mode. Like, Berserk mode, or Berserker is probably closer to something like Reaper. Because it effectively gets a Shroud. And the reason I'd say it gets a Shroud instead of a Forge is because you kind of also have a lot of traits, at least in PvP, that make you take reduced damage in the Shroud. Like, everyone, like, new players who play Berserker will focus on the primal bursts, but really it's about, like, juggling, entering, and exiting your Berserk mode if you really want to maximize Berserker level and aren't playing just rifle. So it's a weird duck for sure. French wine and water. My guy is living the dream. Where are the fucking fights, chat? We've just been running around talking about nothing. Yeah. Like, if you're in PvE, you just go into Berserk mode and you stay in Berserk mode forever. So the Berserker numbers... How do I show this? The Berserker numbers on their... On PvE versus PvP might as well be different specializations, Danny. So you know how, like, all of your Berserk skills, like all of your utilities in your Berserker, what are they called? Fucking Jesus. All of the Berserker utilities, I forget what they're called, the skill type. In PvE, they extend your Berserk mode for a long time rage. Are they really just called rage skills? Okay. I was like, physical? No, that's wrong. All of your rage skills extend your Berserk mode for a much longer time in PvE, like 5 seconds hitting with one. In PvP, they don't. It's like 1 or 2 seconds because they don't want you to just live in Berserk mode in PvP. But in PvP, they give you a ton of adrenaline for hitting with. Whereas in PvE, they don't. You need to get your adrenaline by hitting the boss or from other sources. So Berserker in PvP, World versus World, is a really good example of how they found a healthy balance between skill split. And they basically build and play very differently. It's like PvE, PvP, Berserker might as well be different classes. It's actually very strange. I know there are nuances on other specializations as well, but that's just like the one we're talking about right now. It's very wild to actually think of. Yeah, it's about maintaining uptime and you just live in Berserk mode. In PvP, it's very much not like that. Sorry, looking at chat, thinking about shit. It might be a little time to call it. Pretty soon here. It's 1 in the morning. On a Monday. World vs. World Rush starts tomorrow, though. If you're new, we'll finish up this giveaway. Don't worry. If you're new, feel free to watch the video. I'll try to make it the default video on the channel as well to get into World vs. World if I remember. It's a nice little like 7-minute video on how what the fuck World vs. World is and how to play it and stuff. It's basically macro PvP. It's a great time to blitz through the Gift of Battle reward track a couple times. And it's a great time to like try builds and ask questions here and stuff. And we will be back streaming on Wednesday, if not sooner. But I may have some construction going on because they're repairing my barn on Wednesday. So we'll see about that. We're not done yet. Chill. Don't fucking everybody leave. I still gotta do giveaways. We still gotta, like, try to find one more fight. My guys, like, Dream's like, fucking Alt F4. Fuck this shit. I'm done with this garbage stream. I hop over to, like, Engel or whoever I wanted to actually watch. No, we're gonna do the giveaway. Yeah. I gotta hit the button. Gotta make sure my camp isn't being oppressed by frogs. Yeah, pigs have some good roamers. Hey, click this button and give whoever wins some time. But yeah, this is a wonderful place to ask questions, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask here. I'm clicking it. Yeah, there is a phoenix. It's a griffin skin. It's one of my, if not my favorite, griffin skin. Chicken Griffin has won on Nat 20s. Congrats, dude. Character name or an account name? How is the weather? Better. Now that it's not just smoke dogs. The weather was awful. It's also why the stream was late today, because I had to mow my lawn because it was less crap today. But yeah, Chicken Griffin, Nat 20s has won. I'll give you like 10 minutes or so to claim that. A flamingo sky scale would go kind of hard, actually. That's actually pretty cool. We do need a true bird sky scale, and we need a bird roller beetle so we can have oops all burb for the mounts. Yeah, I'll give Nat 20s and 12s some time. Make sure I don't have him secretly in my friends list or something. Everybody has 9 million different names, though, so... There we go. Okay. He hath whispered me, and I will add you as well. Yeah, you are on my friends list, you're just as something else. No. It's fine. Pinging me is acceptable. Let me shoot you your 50 gold. Yeah. I stream Monday, Wednesday, sometimes on the weekends now at 9 p.m.-ish Eastern. Sorry if I'll try to notify you guys in like chat or by the YouTube thumbnail if it's going to be late. Let me find somebody to raid real quick because I appreciate like everybody who sticks around for these. I try to pass it forward, give somebody else something to watch. Try to raid people who I know are chill. Speaking of which, this Joppa man is very unchill, but I do owe him a raid. So we'll see what he's up to. Okay, somebody buying something horrifying on Amazon. I love that Amazon is fucking giving me ads now. Jesus. A ram, like a little fluffy ram for a roller beetle would be kind of cute, honestly. Yo, good luck on your CMs, bar. But yeah, let's raid into this Joppa guy. He's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. So I'd appreciate it if you click the button, go say hi to Joppa. Very skilled PvP streamer. Got like top 2, I think. Yeah, I'll be back on Wednesday, if not earlier. Have a good week, chat. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, pay it forward, etc., etc., etc. And, enjoy Bladesworn. I am. Bye! See you, YouTube. Have a good one. I gotta click the button. There we go.